Did you open up YouTube over here?
Yeah, it's open.
Oh, what'd you title it?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me change that now. Can I? Or do I have to? Yeah, let me stop.
You have to stop it. It's the long HK I've got. And then
Okay, I've got it in now.
Hello, Doug. Hello. How are you, sir?
Greetings.
Yeah, Doug, you're in the chat room right now. Should we talk about our buddy? It's a very weird story. Let's just put it in there. I'll put it in shoot the shit.
The loose title I put in the YouTube feed is The Breckening Part 2 Electric Bugaloo.
But he's been on here like 9 times.
Yeah, this ain't the second time.
Yeah, that's weird.
This will be the second
That's
time
part of the joke.
Good.
Yeah. Let's see here.
This will be the first time I'm going to be on here sober. So.
Oh, I thought I was going to say to promote your new podcast.
You mean the podcast I've done and gave up on, and I'm going to start doing again? Then yes, the new.
Well, if this is the second
same.
iteration of it, then the part 2 would make sense.
It's just a continuation.
All right.
I'm just going to start doing it again.
Let's see here.
Nothing's changed except the switch is back to on instead of off.
Indeed.
It's not like I deleted the episodes or anything.
Just boom, it's back.
And I didn't call off my Podbean subscription, so I'm like, fuck, might as well.
Yeah, I switched to Anchor because it's free. Podbean, I had to pay yearly $100 a year.
And that I always forget about.
But Anchor doesn't do a lot of stuff that Podbean does, right?
Back whenever
the
I
tracking,
that's all
the numbers,
the
ad stuff, it doesn't go over to Podcast 2.0 now.
Man, I don't know.
I just need the thing. I
had the same functionality that Podbean did for what I
got from weird parts of the world.
Test your shit out so we can go.
Ooh, somebody likes me. Oh, in Lithuania.
Yes, it is. Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Yeah, I got some weird stats too.
All right, we can all hear.
Hey, check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
I'm gonna re-download the Podbean.
Yeah.
Talk a little more.
Chiggity check.
What?
1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
We'll check.
Just
1
Brian.
2
Yeah.
1.
Slippity slap, gobbity bow, bubbity bow, bang.
Yeah, they're all rolling up.
I gotta stop wanting to quote
Everybody's where
Life
they
in Times of Tim.
should be. All right,
Love that show. Let's talk about that.
let's start this thing up. Let's just get it going
Ready?
because I kind of want to get out of here quick because I got an early flight tomorrow.
Oh,
That's right.
What time did you say?
Oh, that's why I'm on.
Here we
10?
go.
What time did you say again?
9.
Oh,
Ugh.
9. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Should.
All right, here we go.
6 a.m. flights before.
3, 2, 1. If you think it's hot
Where are you flying
outside,
into?
you should be in the
Elliot.
theaters where Star Wars is playing. Last week, Star Wars broke all first-week attendance records in Dallas, which were set by Jaws in 1975. Strictly for No One is Smokey and the Bandit. This is a silly chase movie which has Burt Reynolds and Sally Field falling in love. They deserve each other. Even worse than Smokey is Viva Knievel, starring Evel Knievel, Red Buttons, and
What's
Lauren
next
Hutton.
week?
The cast is enough to give you gas, but wait until you see Evel wooing Lauren. It's enough to set romance back 100 years. Bill O'Reilly, Channel 8 News.
Which
Oh, yeah.
podcast are you listening to?
This is Ray from the Methinks, and you're listening to the Jerry Jonestown Massacre on the FM 90.
Dogecoin's up. We're
What
rich.
station is it on?
It's a fucking podcast, dude.
A podcast?
Look at that. Just
It's
Like
a
on
podcast.
like
Scream
computer
it up.
radio? You guys went to the fucking
Just
computer
cruising.
radio show?
Got the notification
What
too.
the fuck? Nobody fucking listens to the computer radio.
This episode of the
Jay Jones Massacre
is brought to you by
Geist Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
And Plastic Object.
The Jerry Jonestown Massacre contains graphic material, including offensive language, partial nudity, and completely ridiculous thoughts and opinions that shouldn't be expressed or shared by anyone. Listener discretion is advised.
And now coming at you from the Temple of I, just on the outskirts of where the West begins.
Wait, what the fuck just happened?
I don't know. I didn't hear Jesse.
It didn't. He didn't scream. We lost Jesse on this. Oh well.
I, just on the outskirts of where the West begins.
It's the Jerry Jonestown Massacre!
That was actually pretty good. Thank you, Ted.
Chaos in the studio's grip. Fort Worth Nights, madness trip.
So metal.
Dustin's laugh, a deadly snare. Mass rage, no one will spare. Other Matt, relentless bite. An audio clash in the dead of night. Terry Jones sound, massacre sound. Echoes of chaos, webs unbound. Screaming truths, lies despise.
Show number 610. It is Tuesday, January 14th. And guys, we have breaking news.
Breaking news.
Kyle Richards explains her break from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She said, I just can't do this anymore.
The fires.
My girlfriend has opinions on that. That's her shit.
That is her shit?
The Real Housewives and all that.
Well, that's about as deep as we'll go into that. Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Happy Tuesday, other Matt.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Thomas, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Stubbs.
And happy Tuesday, Brian.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin. Matt squared.
Brian, happy Tuesday.
Indeed.
Condense that.
Is that'd be like 4 of them, right? Squared?
That'd be
Shut
hell.
up. I know how exponents work. I know what I'm doing. Okay, parentheses Matt,
Too many
parentheses squared. Fine.
There
want
you
to do
go.
it that?
There we
I
go.
was good
All
at
right.
math. I know I kind of know the concept.
Hey, you passed algebra.
And calculus.
That's an
Arithmetic.
arithmetic
yes.
brag.
Arithmetic.
Arithmetic brag.
If I
Yeah, you
did
had
the
it right.
homework, I passed the tests.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was just looking through the show notes. Matt added some gold to it.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
The Cowboys no longer have a coach.
Coachless.
I saw that as a headline
They
today.
barely had a team and a quarterback. Okay,
yeah.
I don't care about the
And a
Cowboys.
defensive line.
I'm watching I watch football. I give a fuck about the Cowboys.
Yeah, did you guys watch any playoff football?
I watched
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, I watched the
See, there was
LA
some
game.
good stuff.
There was a good game.
Secretly pulling for LA just because I'm going there.
Oh, the
and
Fires?
The Fires.
You need it because the Fires.
They need it.
But
They got a Super Bowl a few years ago. I don't give a fuck.
it was kind of amazing
Very
with
good.
all the
And
shit.
and
All the
Matt Stafford.
Now,
Local,
for how
so-
much the Rams traded away to get that Super Bowl, and how much they did not fall off a cliff, and they had to use what they had to use.
It's like they
to
did
get-
something right in ownership.
right, and they drafted well, and I'm like, now that's impressive.
For all the shit that's going on in LA, there sure were a lot of people that went
Yeah.
to Arizona to see them.
Yeah, but there
Well-
was a lot of Minnesota fans too.
There were a lot of.
I bet all the
Minnesota-
It sounds
hotels were
like-
sold out.
50-50, they said it looked like.
Yeah,
Like,
that is pretty dead on.
And I think the Vikings were just so deflated from the Lions game that
Yeah.
maybe they were just like, fuck, maybe we are frauds. And then it's just like, oh, no, we are frauds.
Yeah,
They could go
We're
in
frauds.
after the first quarter and be like, "Well, we're frauds."
Yeah.
No, it was really a good weekend of football. The one that also
Was it,
shocked
though?
me was Washington.
Washington winning.
I just don't.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Bucks are an
I was
okay
going
team.
for them, but
What are they
But-
called now? Since they changed their name from the Redskins?
the Commanders.
The Commanders, that's right.
Or as
Racist.
one of my favorite, I follow two. I don't watch ESPN or NFL Network. I watch two YouTubers. Brandon Perna of That's Good Sports, 'cause he's really funny, and this other guy, I can't remember his name, but his YouTube channel is called Urinating Tree. I don't know why, but his videos are hilarious. He calls them the commies, which is funny. I'm like, all right,
I like that. I
so
like
I'll
the
call the
commies.
commies.
I'll go
So
with
I
the
think they're
commies.
going back though now, aren't they? To the Redskins.
Everybody keeps saying they're going to go back to the Redskins now.
I think
I don't know.
my team, the one of the options was for them the Armada, which I was all in
Yeah.
on that one. That was like on the last like 3 or 4. I was like, go with Armada. That's awesome.
I think they should go with Caucasians and use those shirts that everybody got.
I think so too.
That,
Or
that would be awesome.
football McFody
Mm.
McFootball face.
Yeah, yeah. Or just have a Joe Gibbs with a hot rod or a NASCAR on the side of the helmet.
So my
There
best
you go,
friend said
yeah.
what they should have done when the whole there was no Redskins football team. What he said they should have done, like the car, he said they should have gone as the engines, like a car engine.
That would have been.
That's not very well.
I know
No,
it's
I like
not,
it.
but it's not technically offensive because it's like a
I like
car
that.
engine.
That's like
Yeah.
And I was like,
Slobberbone,
damn, that's-
Engine Joe.
Yeah.
My
I
buddy,
like it.
my buddy has really good. Okay, so I was at his NFL draft. My buddy Anthony, that's in Coffee Pot Films. So I'm not in the league, but I was just there to have fun and watch him draft. So the guy on the Lions, the Amon Ross St. Brown, my buddy was there. He was just like, I was at the guy from Stargate, and I was like, fuck.
Stargate.
It was such a good joke. Just
James
a pretty-
Spader
that's one
or
too.
Kurt Russell
Damn.
or MacGyver from the SG-1 series.
Stargate.
with him,
man.
it was the movie reference.
been a minute
I've
since that's
watched
come up.
some Stargate. I watched Stargate when it came out on Showtime, and the first episode had titties. And then it quickly went to sci-fi, and I was just like,
and we lost
no
titties.
titties.
It was
No.
better with titties.
No titties.
yeah.
But I do want
Yeah.
to go back and watch it, just because it seemed like my
I'm
alley.
caught up on TV, man.
Are
You
you?
watched it all of it?
Pretty sure I
All
am.
the TV?
Did you watch all Landman? I
I
haven't
sure
watched
did.
the last one yet.
I sure did.
I saw the clip.
Maybe I'll watch it on the.
I saw that cool Billy Bob clip.
It manned out again.
Oh,
I don't
it
know
did?
what his deal is with his finales. And I started the Tulsa King finally.
Oh, Tulsa King's fucking awesome, man. You'll love that
Is
show.
it?
Yeah.
I'm about 2 or 3 episodes in it. I don't
Heard
hate
good
it.
things, but
I turned it off the first time I tried it because I just couldn't get past Sylvester Stallone's corpse with muscles walking around on set.
jealous.
If I could look like him, I would. At his age, definitely. I'm in.
Well, you understand what the hell is said all the
I'm the
time.
king.
I don't know, I got
Yeah.
a bunch of marbles
It was
in my
funny
mouth.
because he did the. I don't know if do you watch it, Dustin?
I haven't.
So there's a scene where he goes to the middle of Tulsa, I guess, some place, and it's supposed to be the middle of the
Please
universe.
Tell me he screams it.
He does some kind of. And I was like, all is missing is.
It's
Yeah. That's all I could think about is, come on, go into Rambo.
Please do it. Please
Come
do
on,
it.
do Rambo. But he
It's everywhere!
he had a mouthful of marbles when he did that scene. You're like, what are you doing, man?
Have you
Just-
watched all the Expendables? They're good movies.
I have
because
up
they're
until
just-
I think I haven't watched the last one that they've done.
Is the last one the one where they're in the airport fighting and all of a sudden Chuck Norris shows up? Is it?
I think so.
With a bazooka, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he show up as? But at one point he's like the sharpshooter up top, the sniper,
Yeah.
and he picks off a few people and they turn and they look at him. He's like,
I watched Carry On. I watched Carry On. Did you watch that yet? It was it's a Christmas movie that Bateman put out.
Yeah, that's
with,
on Netflix, isn't it? Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
it on the list.
It's all right.
I'm
It's
still
not-
watching Kunk of Life.
Not it doesn't throw any bows at. I feel like everybody's trying to recreate Die Hard for the holidays, and it doesn't get close to that, but it's decent. It's not bad. It's
I
interesting
like
concept.
the name. I like the title. I haven't watched it yet. But
Carry On?
Carry On. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, that's
The
Name
Expendables
your,
are
name your
such a
movie from
shitty
a
movie.
mid 2000s hardcore band. It's probably probably an okay movie.
It sounds like a holiday movie too. Carry On, like trying to be Die Hard.
No, yeah. At an airport.
Yeah, it's at an airport.
Travel.
LAX. LAX. The whole time I was watching, I was like, oh,
Oh, of course.
Uh-oh, we got more breaking news.
Breaking
Damn,
news coming in.
You need you need the Stone Cold Glass Shatter.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Danny Carey's gone.
That followed by the Glass Shatter.
Hey,
And
360.
then we know it's breaking.
Give me a hell yeah.
Speaking of California, breaking news:
It's still on fire.
JJTM will be in California for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Explain.
Well,
The hosts, not me.
yes.
You still got time to get your ticket, man. Actually, you don't
can.
even need a ticket because you're
You
employment.
can just fly out there
Yeah.
for a day,
Go
do the
jump-
show, and then
jump-
go back.
Go jump
home.
seat.
So tomorrow I fly out, and I'm going to just run all over Central California.
Just like for fun.
You're gonna visit
Yeah, I'm gonna go-
Bakersfield for.
I don't know if
just
this
for the
actually
shit?
like your career was involved or
No.
Dude, you
Just-
know
This
who
is-
he's going
this
with.
is
You know the answer to
vacation
that
and-
stuff.
Oh, okay.
and chilling out,
You
relaxing.
got to go to Big Bear and get some snowboarding in.
Good thought about it, but
I don't think chilling out and relaxing is the whole vibe over there right now. But hey, you do.
well,
you,
got to
man.
get through the fires.
Okay.
Once you bust through the fire, once you jump in the fire, and you get through it, then you're all good. But the mission is to make it up to Yosemite before Stubbs flies in
and set it on fire
next Thursday, and then I pick him up from the airport, and then we meet all the Nam brethren down south.
What's the Nam brethren?
It's a rowdy group of fellows that you've probably hung out with
Yeah,
at least
it's
once.
a bunch of musicians all meeting up. A bunch of local musicians
Okay.
from the Dufort family.
And some Denton dudes.
A bunch of Denton dudes flying in. We all get
Yeah,
together.
you wanna go?
We share
No.
dirtiness, and then we go to Nam and see a bunch of other musicians and music people.
By
and
NAM, are you talking about Vietnam or
North American music
See, that's
merchandise.
That's what I needed to know.
Music merchants.
Yeah.
Music merchants,
Anyway,
something like that.
it's where all it's basically you turn all of Anaheim into Guitar Center for a long weekend.
Oh man,
And you-
sounds annoying.
And Podcast Center,
and podcast
okay.
center.
I guess
and,
is Guitar Center.
And a bunch of musicians, like famous ones, are in attendance too.
yeah.
Talking about ranking cheeseburgers or something.
We'll go.
You can only have so many conversations.
Who do we
about
always
music.
see? Andreas Kisser. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gary Holt.
Gary Holt will be there.
We'll
Victor
always
Wooten.
see him. Yeah.
Brand
X.
usually goes.
Phil
He'll make
X.
some kind of
Phil X is
experience.
doing a podcast.
Phil
from
X?
there, I saw. Yeah.
The touring guitarist.
With Bon Jovi. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming and playing Cicada too.
Is he?
Next month?
What?
Phil X is playing
Nice.
Cicada. It's gonna be fucking dope. I'm going. Especially.
Is
if
it on the
he-
calendar yet?
Yeah.
Oh, who do I buy tickets for that one?
I don't know. I guess same. Yeah.
Ticketmaster.
Tyler, here's my money. I'm coming.
Speaking of local music venues, you're gonna miss out on Not Stuck this weekend.
Yeah, I don't care.
No,
I know you don't.
fastball for you, sir.
Oh, neat. A fastball. And a bunch of other fucking bands I could see any other time in my life.
Well, the second night was it? There's the headlining band. I know they're hot shit, not my thing. And the name, I'm like, cool, that's neat. The headlining band the next night,
Black Pussy?
Michael Sarah
Michael
Palin.
Sarah Palin.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, Michael Sarah Palin.
The music's fine.
The
I'm
name
like,
is
Name's
awesome.
neat.
Yeah, but also I'm like the name. I'm just like,
Be a
there's
lot
a part of
cooler.
me is just like, and then I got so many opinions on band names. What's good? What's
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, I'll stay out there and I'll see cool shit.
I was
Cool
just
bands
mentioning it. I
doing
wasn't
cool,
trying to
neat
rub
stuff.
it in your face, saying, "Yeah, you're gonna miss it."
Yeah.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah. Are you going to Notstock? You gonna go and file reports? You gonna go check it out and then report back to us?
Yeah, we're
Good.
taking audio. We'll take
Record
some
some
audio.
audio
Yeah.
because that's all we're doing is
I can get you
Show
in
two.
for free. I work for Spoon, so
yeah. There you go.
We're gonna look at fire damage and go to Nam and Pod
Yeah.
with a lot of weed.
There's gonna be a lot of weed coffee, and a lot of weed
Yes.
edibles,
I'm sure
and a lot of smoking weed.
it's legal out there. So
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
well, I mean,
I didn't know that.
decriminalized with a medical card.
I had no idea.
Decriminalized in Dallas now. As of
4
last week,
ounces.
4 ounces.
they've moved beyond the show Weeds.
I love how
That's
they
a
just,
funny one to go back and watch. You're just like, wow, it was illegal. And she's like at her weed dealer's house. They're like, don't fucking say weed. You're on the
Yeah.
phone. It's just like
I love how they
nobody
just go
can.
from you can't have a gram to you can have 4 ounces. It's like
Yeah.
4 ounces is enough. That's a lot of
insane.
weed.
That's one of Jeremy's jars just rolling around.
It sure is. Yeah,
Damn.
that's a good chunk of marijuana there.
That's a
It's like
big
they don't
old
have any
chunk.
happy medium. They just go
Yeah.
straight from nuggets
There you
being
go.
illegal to 4 ounces is okay.
There you go.
So are they going to give tickets at all, or are they just not taking you to jail, or just not messing with it? Period. Saying throw that shit out.
They said they
or-
are not. There will be no ticket, no nothing. You can't be. What I read the other day is the
Are they gonna
smell of
confiscate it?
weed can't even be probable cause anymore.
as it shouldn't be.
And it shouldn't be.
Well, because
So if you-
there'd be too many suspects.
Yeah, it's like
Where's that coming
so
from?
if you
I don't
roll-
know.
if they
One
roll
of
up
8
on you in your
places.
car, they can't just search your car because it
it
smells
is
like
a
weed.
gateway to just getting black dudes out of the car, man. Honestly, that's their go-to.
Yeah.
Is I smell weed, everybody out.
Yeah.
You're like, what? It's coffee. I don't give a
So,
darn.
no more good
Yep.
rap out of Southern California, I guess.
Well, Southern
Well,
California.
if the
they have no
cops are cool with
problem.
what you're doing, then what are you rapping about? What are you
Oh,
rebelling
you
against?
mean South Oak Cliff? There's no rap anymore because 4 ounces is cool now.
No,
We're losing all our good rap.
it's all artistic or pilled out.
Oh yeah, fentanyl,
Whatever happened to Nemesis?
Nemesis. That was a sub
It's
brand.
back when bass was big. Like,
Yeah.
what were they the one that did feel the bass? Or was that DJ? Was that Magic
Was that-
Mike?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was one of those guys though.
I thought it was
That's-
Nemesis that did it. Yeah.
I think it was Nemesis. Oh, Nemesis.
Old Nemesis.
It's a badass name. Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. Yeah, so
That was
that's
a Star,
cool,
that
man.
was a Star Trek.
Yeah.
Another reason that Dallas is. Oh, we got.
Whoa.
Hang on.
Damn.
More
Just not
breaking
stop
news.
it. Well, you should just
More
unplug
breaking
from the
news.
internet.
And this is
Her
Non-stop.
new show now.
this is a sad story, but I feel like we should cover it
Well, we can make light of it though.
because it's weird.
We'll find a way.
And I sent
Catwoman
I sent a
dead.
message to y'all this past week. No, the first homicide in Fort Worth for 2025
you did.
was a buddy of mine that I went to high school with.
What? Damn.
Did you get the story on that? Like, what? Was it just domestic violence?
So
or-
apparently, him and his wife were getting a divorce. They were estranged, but they still lived together.
That's never good.
And on
How
New
can you
Year's
be-
Eve,
You're
she had
estranged yet live together. That's a lot of non-eye
That's
contact.
a lot of complication.
You want to play the red
That's
flag
like
game?
her in the
like
other
they do on
room
the
being like,
ticket?
I wonder where
There's
my
one right
wife
there.
went.
So they were. It was New Year's Eve, and they were at the house, and she had a friend over, and supposedly
Male friend.
I bet it was.
Okay, yeah.
and apparently,
Friend of the post.
you know, after it was about 3 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that. Things got a
Technically
little
25.
People got
heated
handsy.
between them. Some arguments, some words were said, and the wife and the friend went and locked themselves in a bathroom in the back part of the house. And the buddy I went to school with started forcing his way in, and one of them shot him. Damn. And killed him right there.
Did he get a shot off? Like, I thought there was 2 dead. Was it just
No,
one?
no, it was
just him.
one, just him.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it was a crazy ass story, and I had some friends send it to me, and I was like, okay, but it didn't all click until I got on Facebook and was like, started seeing all these people, you know, man, I'm sorry to hear. They were kind of posting on his wall, you know, thoughts and prayers with your family and with your kids and blah, 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 and I can't believe this happened to you. You're such a good guy. And it's like, what the hell?
Was it? Did he
So I
have?
started
was he
looking
armed?
around.
Did you
I
see
was
if he
like,
was
what?
armed? If he was armed?
I didn't see anything about that. I didn't say anything about that. Everything's pretty vague. Like the stories are pretty vague. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then I get to looking, and then the story popped up. And then I realized, oh, the story that everybody else was sending me was this story in the Star Telegram or Channel 8 or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? This guy, man, I had a bunch of classes with him. He was a huge Erasure fan, and he made me appreciate Erasure out of all the bands in the world.
So this is probably the first real example of how living with your ex probably isn't a good idea.
Probably not.
I don't think it ever is.
I mean, I know there were a lot of cases of this whenever the COVID pandemic was happening because courts were making like estranged couples stay in the same house, but we're past that now.
Oh yeah, we've been past that a while.
But we also live in a bubble where people can't afford to buy homes.
Well, there's that
And
too.
I get that. I get the necessity of like you don't have a place to go, but then it's also just like don't bring back. I mean, find a way to
or just
not
leave.
kill the other person or leave. Yeah, you can.
Could have left.
Yeah,
He didn't have to go barging in there, you know.
Or
there's a bunch of weird
sell the
stories
house
about all of it.
and go each live in efficiency or something. You can find
Yeah.
a way. The living with the ex thing, I'm just like, good fucking luck, because that's it. All you can do is live, work and live.
Yeah, there's no filter because you're not trying to get laid anymore. At that point,
Yeah.
everything that she does that annoys you, you're
Chances
gonna bring
chances
up.
you
It's
weren't
just gonna
poly
annoy you more.
before
Like,
that. You didn't have an open relationship, and I don't think those are even real, anyways. I don't think human beings can conquer envy and jealousy.
I don't know. We'll tell
that
you next
easily.
week when we're in Newport Beach,
I've had two
home of the
siblings that have been in
swingers,
those.
Oh.
the
Well,
biggest
that's-
swinging community
that's
in California.
swinging.
Gonna get some
Swinging's
push.
different.
That's
No. This
open.
is where it's just like, oh, you can swinging's like we're all involved. You're gonna get yours over there. I'm gonna get mine over here. That's like a party. No,
Unless
I'm
you
talking
prefer
the
to sit
poly
in the
thing
chair.
where it's just like you're hanging
That's
out
the cuck
watching a
chair.
TV. Yeah, like that's where you just like that's where the word cuck is just kind of like no, you might be able to get yours, but okay. There's 3 of you watching a movie and they go into the other room. You know, because you're poly, it's like, okay, good luck. No way you're just be like, oh, thank God I can watch this movie in peace. No, you're going to be fuming inside, dying slowly.
I don't know. It depends. I mean, you could probably be like, I can finally turn this TV off or play Xbox because those other 2 aren't around.
Yeah,
get some
that's-
work done.
I think
Fucking
that's
get
the
some shit going on.
that's the delusional fantasy that
I
some
want to
people
play
have.
some Indiana Jones and the Golden Circle, and these other 2
Or
won't
you don't
shut
want
the
to,
fuck up.
or you don't want to be with them in the
I'm
first
still playing
place.
that actually.
Hey, I needed
The
some
Golden
updates.
Circle,
Is it
not
holding
the-
up? Is it holding up?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
still
great.
full on.
It's so
It is. How
I'm-
far are you? What country are you in?
I'm still in Indonesia, rolling around the boat, running around.
Oh,
having fun.
that's Thailand actually.
Oh, in Thailand.
Or
Yeah.
it's called Siam
You
because
cheat,
that's what
Dr. Jones.
the country name was until 1938.
Siam. They're talking about Siam.
So so I'm running around because I keep going too fast and wishing I had done stuff.
Oh,
in that
yeah, like
level.
the field work, the side missions.
All the side missions and gotten all my books and everything. So now I'm like, when I'm in Thailand running around this little boat, I'm gonna get all my stuff done, get all my statues and all my books. But it's fun.
Yeah,
I love just beating the shit out of Nazis
and fascists too.
Yeah.
What game is this?
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah,
it's on Game Pass if you have an Xbox.
I do not.
Are
It's fun.
you
I have
so?
no
What
game
about what happened to Stargate or whatever it was the space game that you were all about? Man, that kind of just went to the back burner.
Are you talking about
didn't it?
Destiny?
Kind of. Well, I went through it a few times.
What was it? What's it called again? Star something.
Oh, Starfield.
Yeah,
Starfield.
Starfield. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
2023.
It didn't hold you
Old
very long,
news.
man.
No, I thought it would. I thought it'd hold me till Star Wars. That stupid one that came out that sucked.
Outlaw, yeah.
Outlaw.
I don't
Outlaw
even
was
want to
supposed to be
touch that
badass.
one. Even when they priced it down like $40, I still wouldn't fucking buy it.
Yeah.
And Ubisoft, they're in fucking big trouble financially because the release of that game flopped so fucking hard.
I love when game studios, movie studios just have something that epically
Flop.
fails. When it's like super like hyped and very expensive, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, ha, you
You
fucked up.
sons of bitches.
Like that Robbie Williams monkey movie. Or,
Oh yeah, Better Man. Yeah, I don't know
which
what to think of that.
I just so it's a Robbie Williams biopic,
yeah,
but he's a monkey.
yeah, because
It seems racist.
He had
to me.
one hit in like '99 in America,
yeah, it's like in the UK he's fucking huge.
and that's where he's like
Yeah.
peeling off his own muscles and tendons and going down to like a skeleton. That was him, right?
I'd rather watch the.
When we actually gave a shit about music videos in this fucking country.
yeah, I do remember that video.
Jamiroquai represent.
Dude, Jamiroquai fucking slays, still does.
I
never
would
listened to
rather
an album,
watch
but
the
that video.
Pharrell movie that's all made out of Lego. His documentary movie.
I didn't
all
know
It's
about
all
this.
about him. Yeah,
All right, I can roll with that.
he started.
I play with Legos.
He
yeah.
started doing that. Pharrell
can
made
block with
that,
that.
and then Robbie Williams was like, "You know what? I gotta have my own biopic come out, but I'm gonna be a monkey."
and I'm the only one that's a monkey.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run around. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
And this insinuates that I fuck women, human women, with my monkey penis.
and the whole Planet of the Apes like musical has already been done by The Simpsons.
oh
anyway.
yeah, and the memes for that, I'm like, I think that was just to generate more Simpsons memes. You know,
Yep.
Dr. Sayers, Dr.
he can
Sayers,
talk.
Dr. Sayers,
I can sing.
I could sing. Yep.
I don't know
what's
if you
up.
guys know this, but California's on fire right now.
Really?
Again, damn.
Again?
Oh,
Still?
I heard about it
this time Sacramento.
Have y'all been watching all this shit?
a little bit.
It's crazy.
It should have targeted
So
Fresno.
that Whitney Cummings.
The world
her,
is
her,
turning.
Her little bit was freaking eye opening.
Yeah, she
Like,
posted
she's
a
like-
video on TikTok
It's
too about
probably-
how like
Yeah,
the only thing that she
now.
took was like the draft to the script to the first episode of Two Broke Girls, which is
Well, that's I was talking about her talking like the fires and stuff.
oh okay that sorry
Yeah. Did
Go
you
on.
see that? Did you see her? Because it was all over the place.
Wait, let's
for
go back to Whitney Cummings on New Year's Eve and what she did on.
Oh, it wasn't that groundbreaking.
With-
To
what
quote,
did she do? I don't know.
to quote,
I don't know. I was trying to figure out where
What
we're
was the
going with
show
Whitney
she-
Cummings.
saying shit like saying that kind of shit in 2025 ain't like there's
No, it was stupid.
it's like if you said shit like that in 2022, then it's just like, oh no, that actually
Did you
creates
see the
controversy,
roast?
and your agency might drop you. You know,
The roast of 2025 on Netflix.
Oh no, I didn't watch
don't
it yet.
Care about
It
any
was
of those.
terrible.
Yeah,
It was so
not
terrible.
shocking.
The only thing
Who was
funny
who else was on?
was Tim Dillon coming in as the
Dillon.
CEO
Oh, shit,
of
yeah.
Pfizer
Oh,
Your homie.
That's what that was.
and yelling
Friend of the pod.
and
Tim
going
Dillon.
crazy. Yeah,
That
Tim
is
Dillon.
y'all's homie.
Yeah, y'all.
He was
you're
in this
welcome.
room.
I helped do that.
He sat right there.
I
Where you
before COVID, and I was in tune with his shit.
Yeah,
Before
that was right before it.
November
when he came
2019.
in.
really
September,
blew
wasn't
up.
Yeah.
I know because my eardrum exploded that weekend. I was featuring for him out of fucking
oh, yeah,
nowhere.
I forgot about that.
Thursday
You
I'm
were-
congested.
you-
Friday night I'm driving
Yeah.
home after the shows, crying in my car because my right ear's throbbing. And then late
I
that
forgot
night,
about that.
I'm on the couch and I just hear popping in my ear, and I'm like, the
I'm
relief.
going down.
The relief was too much to was too great. It was too awesome to be afraid of what was happening in my ear because I'm like, oh, thank God. And I finally laid down for an hour, woke up, a little bit drops of blood on my pillow, and then
That's scary.
Went to the care now, and then the doctor's he's like, yeah, there's a hole in your eardrum. I'm like, oh, that tracks. It's like here's a steroid shot.
What'd you do? Dive into a pool?
I had congestion. That was it. That's the and I've never had issues. I've had like an ear infection a couple of times in my life.
Yeah,
but I've no basis to go off of.
That's really
damage your hearing?
Anytime ear blood comes out of your ears,
never good.
Scary as shit because it always takes me back to Wrath of Khan with the earwigs.
The bins.
Never seen it, but
you haven't?
No.
Oh, when the earwigs get in there.
I always figure you have
seen Star
blood
Trek
come out when
Nemesis.
you suffer from the bins. Is that not one of the?
I had to call a guy yesterday.
I listened to the bins.
Wait, on Sunday I got called into work, and I had to call our test line in Georgia, and I wish I could have recorded the conversation because I swear the guy I was talking to, he was in an iron lung.
Ooh,
As he was talking to me, there was a little bit of reverb, and then in the background, anytime he wasn't talking, it was all.
I think the last guy in Iron Lung died recently, didn't he?
He died last year. Yeah,
he did.
I think he
That's
was
the
from
last
here,
one,
wasn't he?
isn't it?
So they don't use them anymore?
No, I don't think so. I think he was the last person, at least in the U.S. that was.
It's a Mastodon song
using
now.
an iron lung. Yeah.
Maybe he was at a hospital next to somebody on a respirator.
I don't know.
And he
man,
just
that's crazy.
could not take off work. And he's like crying. He's like, I still gotta work. I'm like, yeah, how can I help you?
That's gotta hinder getting laid. Being on the iron lung.
I don't think you can. Well, you can come out of it for like 30 minutes.
Oh, can you?
There you go.
I thought you were just permanently trapped. If that's
When
the
the
case,
mood's
it's just
right.
Like,
No,
Coming
some
out
of
of
it-
iron.
install a TV above me
Well,
because I'm just
if
gonna
you
watch
can
TV
walk,
till I
but
die.
a lot of people lose all muscle atrophy. Right?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
they're
well,
laying
you'd
in
have
that
to,
thing.
yeah. That's why, like, every time I can watch things and be like, all right, suspend disbelief. But the whole coma thing, I'm just kind of like, I think it'd be hard to even talk.
Yeah.
You're
What
not
about
walking around, motherfucker. After like even like 6 months, you still got to do some rehab to learn how to walk again.
What about the movie Boy in a Bubble? Did you ever
Bubble
watch
Boy?
that?
You're
Or
talking
Bubble
about
Boy?
Yeah, I remember that movie.
I know the Seinfeld episode with
Oh,
Bubble
yeah, yeah,
Boy. He's
Are
a
you
dick.
No, I've seen.
He was
was
an
it Bubble
asshole.
Boy?
Yeah.
What was it? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake
wasn't it?
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah, running around in a bubble.
Oh yeah, and then it turned out it was like fake the whole time
It
because
was
his
all
mom
fake.
was
His
just
mom
insane.
didn't want him to be exposed to the outside world.
I think I worked at the movie theater when that came out. Definitely when the new guy came out, I was working at a movie theater.
I remember that DJ Qualls. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That skinny dude.
little part for
I don't think I ever saw that.
Hank Rollins in there too.
Hmm.
What new guy?
I don't think I ever saw
He
that.
got like super embarrassed. I forget why they had to send him to jail. That part didn't make sense. And he comes out all badass because Eddie Griffin was in jail with him and made him badass. And he goes back into high school. Oh no, he got embarrassed. I forget why he goes to jail. He got embarrassed because the librarian also grabs his cock for some reason. I know, yeah.
It's been way too long since I've seen.
That's the part I remember. And I'm like, wait, why was he even in jail? She's the one that should have been in jail. Like he had a boner for some reason. She's like, and just lunges for it. But I'm like, she would have been in jail. I know it's like, it ain't this was a Porky's era. We get away with some harmless fun.
Exactly.
Oh no, I got canceled for referencing Porky's. Calling it harmless fun. Shit,
Guys, breaking news. There are 9 turkeys at the feeder out at the land right now.
What land?
What land?
The land out in west of here where we go and shoot pigs and deer.
You're gonna have to be more
are the
specific.
pigs eating the turkey?
I don't want to give that away.
On a lease.
The Peters land.
The Peters land. The
I don't think
Peters
this is really
the kingdom of
breaking
Peters.
news.
There's 9 turkeys out there on it.
Okay.
That's kind of run of the mill out there, though.
But I mean,
Right
9?
now.
Come on.
Hold on to that shit for
You got
Thanksgiving.
any nice beards?
No, they're fine.
They're looking good.
Thanksgiving.
This is a big fat one.
Thanksgiving's almost a year away.
I
Like,
love
let's
wild
just-
turkey.
Yeah, wild turkey's good.
Good stuff. Good stuff to eat.
Damn.
Good to drink too.
Well, I was talking about eating.
You're trying to be badass. And
I just got sent.
What's that?
Shit.
more breaking news.
Yeah.
I like the
Wait.
turkey breaking news. That was a good one.
That really let me down. I was like, oh, I thought we were actually gonna learn something.
No. Dave just sent me his schedule for tomorrow, and it's pretty busy.
Take that breaking news back to
hashtag.
RFD. Is that the channel? Was it
RBF?
RDF? Thank you.
RDF.
No. I was
What-
being a smartass. I said RBF.
Y'all
No,
want to
no.
hear what Dave,
No, the
Dave has
channel.
to do tomorrow?
The one.
Dave O'Hearn has to do tomorrow? At 9 o'clock, he
Go to the
wakes
draft
up.
house.
He wakes up at 9. From 10 to noon, he's cranking his hog. At 1, lunch. From 1 to 6 is Fortnite. At 7, DoorDash $200 worth of wing stops. Then from 7 to 8, he's got to crank his hog some more.
Thanks for sharing. Hashtag.
That's a hell of a day.
I guess.
I'll say.
Yeah.
I mean, what people share with the show is pretty awesome. Share us your busy day. Email it to us. Let us see what your schedule looks like.
Compare our people that listen to us.
Yeah, take
like
a
their
picture
day.
of your calendar
I got
or your
two
day
things
planner.
on the docket tomorrow.
Or you can leave it via voicemail via
Do you, Brian? Do you run around with a day planner?
682.
No, I
With all
have,
sorts
I
of
have a
stickers
note.
and-
So my girlfriend and I have like an actual calendar. We put our combined
got my new
schedules
one, Dustin.
on that we know who's what, when, where. And then on my phone, I have a note, and then I just jot things down from top to
My new one.
bottom. And then so tonight I'll delete today's date and JJTM 8 p.m. I'll
And then
delete that, and then future things like shows I want to go to, shows I'm definitely going to, comedy shows I'm doing, dates I'm working. Then I'll know what's coming up, and then it'll come and I'll delete it, and then I'll add it in, and it's just like a Rolodex,
A rolling cycle.
Yeah, it's that way. It's top down, like the way we read, top down, left to right, way we
Yeah.
read. Because a calendar,
Got stickers too,
even
man.
a calendar
Stickers.
like in your phone, it's too much like swiping and like even on the like that. I'm like, just give me top to down
and for
because
some reason mine won't
it's
sync
linear.
like it's supposed to.
It's linear, and I like it. It's linear,
Yeah.
top to down, and no confusion. Because I have, 3, 4, 5 part-time jobs or whatever, and my girlfriend's got a couple too. So it's just like it's all.
And
over
you
the
gotta figure out your Fortnite time.
And with Spoon, I'll put in to work a job, but I won't actually officially get it or not till a month later or something. So
Did
I
you work
gotta
a
write.
job on
I gotta
Friday?
write pending. Friday. I don't. Saturday I
at
did.
Tulips.
Saturday I did.
And what is Spoon exactly?
was that
No,
Saturday?
Friday.
advertising company
Friday
or
I
what?
was at Tulips.
Did you go?
The band Trauma Ray released an album.
That was a
Uh,
show because I was gonna go.
really good.
But then I was like, I had
Shout
shit
out
come up, I was
Yuri.
like,
Yuri.
Yuri.
I
listened
remember
to the
walking into
album.
Mass.
I listened to it. Chameleon.
when
I listened to the
they're
album.
great.
It's
I remember
pretty
walking
good
into
stuff.
Mass when they were still like mostly local.
Yeah.
Great kids. Yuri's always been a nice, sweetheart of a guy.
Yep.
And I love that they're out there. There are a lot of bands playing that sound though.
Hum.
Yeah, or
The hum
Spotlights
sound.
and spotlights.
heavy
That's what they
shoegaze.
remind me
The
of.
That's what I
heavy,
call it.
heavy shoegaze.
I call it the hum sound because there's
yeah.
I was
Like Counting
Blake
Stars,
Barker,
yeah.
who'd be great. If you don't know Blake Barker, I know he's the production manager for Spoon.
Yeah.
No,
Blake.
I remember talking to him. And I was like, so you got Trauma Ray, you got Super Heavy, you got Glare, you got Soul Blind. I was naming bands that I've seen at Tulips, all with that one sound. So it's weird because you have bands that
Def Heaven.
have that sound. Why not? Dev Evan at least started out
They have some of
shoegaze
that.
black
Yeah,
metal.
Yeah.
And they're not playing that the hum, heavier hum sound now. Heavy, little bit of Helmet, who are coming.
Yeah, I got tickets for that.
I tried to
Awesome.
work that show. I did not get selected, but I got tickets. So
I got
free
tickets for that show.
tickets. 'Cause
Yeah.
I love getting free tickets.
So wait, it should be free. How was Ozone?
What?
Ozone.
Ozone.
Oh, it was fun. It was, I
They're
saw
always great.
them. I think was it last year
Yeah.
with Fugitive at Trees.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
was
them a
very
few times.
impressed by them.
I saw him with Fugitive at Tulips.
Okay, nice. And those guys, like, they make it like, man, I'm like, they make hardcore. It takes me back to the early 2000s. I'm just like, man, it's fun hardcore. And I talked to the singer at the merch table because he wore glasses. And I was like, his name's Joe, nice dude. I was just like, hey, man, respect for fronting a hardcore band while wearing glasses. You
Yeah.
don't see it that much.
Nope.
And there was another band, Feral Cry. They were fine.
Who was the band from Houston?
There was one from Houston.
Yes.
That must have been them.
Squirt Monkey or something.
No. Opening
Squirt
was
Monkey.
Skimp. They're local because a buddy Skimp, the opener.
Yeah, they were. They're from here.
Yeah.
Who was the
Reese-
other one? Was that there were
Feral
5,
Cry.
right?
Yeah, Skimp, Feral Cry, and then before Trauma Ray was Bullets Between Tongues. They're from Denton.
Ouch.
Okay.
They're kind of these. There's this screamo scrams resurgence plus a lot of breakdowns kind of thing. Them and this band Cinema, and they share a lot of same members, young kids, but they're bringing they're bringing crowds, and they also have like a lot of breakdowns and shit. But they also got that real big old school '90s violent screamo influence as well. And it's just a part of me. I feel bad because there's all these kids that are playing this very. They're drawing crowds, and they can go out and play shows and everything. But that type of music back in my day, they're lucky to play to a couple dozen people.
Yeah.
But now they're playing. And also it was a release show, and that was sold out. And
yep.
And great turnout. It was great for local dudes, people coming out. Awesome to see. And also, I'm just getting older, so all I can think about is like, oh, this band sounds like a band I saw 20 years ago, or why are there 10 bands that all sound the same these days, and they're all popular?
That is really old man.
I know.
That is.
I
Very
respect
old man.
it, but I can't not see the pattern and be like, why are you guys all like the same band? There's 10 bands being one band, but it's cool. And then I worked the next night. This band Van Sire, which sounds like a sweet metal band name, but they were the most easy listening. It's like, you ever heard the term bedroom pop or dream pop or
jizz pop?
7 guys playing
Jizz
the
pop.
lightest music you've ever heard. Some people are like,
Like jizz
yacht
pop.
You mean like yacht rock? I'm like, no, yacht rock
Like
is too much of a party for what these guys were playing.
Like contemporary?
Very contemporary, and it was so. I don't know how people stood and watched this, because if I was watching, I'd be like, I need to sit down. But they sold out.
Where at?
Tulips.
At Tulips.
Sweet, the awesome
What
guys. All very nice. Their tour manager was the nicest dude.
Can I bitch about something? You take
Absolutely.
it back to your people
Yeah,
at Tulips.
do it.
That pisses me off, and that kind of kept me from going to Trauma Ray the other night.
Ooh,
Bring
listen
it
up,
on.
Jason.
That was technically, that was a Tulip show. That wasn't a Spoon show. I didn't realize you didn't say Spoon. Anyways. 'Cause
Anyway.
Tulips will book shows, Spoon
Yeah.
will book shows. Anyways.
Anyway, what pissed me off about Tulips right now
Go ahead.
is their automatic 20% gratuity on everything.
Everything?
I have no control over that.
I know, but
Also
just
get
tell them that the
also get a discount at the bar. Anyways. What?
yeah. Tell them the natives
it in.
don't like that at all.
Now-
there are a lot of
Rub it in,
people
man.
that
Now-
night going, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so to devil's advocate defend that a little bit, especially for those 2 shows, even Van Sire, because I was helping work box with what I do there. I help out the box office, especially on
Yeah.
a sold out show. So we know who's minor and who's not, because we're checking IDs. Minors have the yellow on the left, other ones have not yellow on the right.
Uh-huh.
So you have and this is also to the promoter booking bands that draw. You don't get the metrics on a lot of this, but when you book a band, they draw very young. Well, cool, they're buying the tickets. That's good for the band. That's good for the people you got to pay. Everybody's getting paid. Not really good for the bartenders when you're not booking like a fucking stoner metal band, or cool country band. That's the bar sales are a lot.
Yeah.
So when you have kids there, minors that might buy a Liquid Death, that's just to help out the bartenders so they get.
Okay, but how about
something.
us?
And
that
I
are
know
over-
that-
How about us that are over 21
I know.
that appreciate the bar staff and will tip them?
And tip them well.
Tip them very well. Not force 20% on us.
Maybe
because
if they could,
now that you're forcing 20% on
you don't want to
on
go
me,
over 20%.
No, I'm not going to drink there. Period.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that.
The
I'm
forcing
not
in
drinking,
general keeps you out.
forcing.
Got it.
Now that it says
I respect being a man
on
of principle.
every transaction, cash or card, whatever.
Mm.
Fuck you. I won't drink there.
Oh, God, yeah.
And if I'm not, if I'm not going to drink there, I probably won't come to shows there unless it's something I really, really want to see.
How about
now? Let's turn that down. Like the helmet show. I don't even fucking want to go now.
instead, go to the patio, hang a left, go to loadout.
I could do that.
Just do that.
I could do that, but if I want it,
It's just a bar.
If I don't want to miss a song of
Oh,
one of
load
the
up.
bands I want to see,
Double up, man. Just
Yeah.
Now, question though.
No, but that when I was there
No,
the other night,
I get
and
it.
saw that, I was like,
Just go to loadout.
what the fuck? And then
'Cause
I
they
knew
can't serve venue drink prices because there's people there that aren't at the show.
That's
Now,
true.
how it's hard, especially long sleeves. How do you know who's in what? You got.
And the other thing is, like, the bartenders that were working the other night, I know them, and I would have tipped them quite a bit more than 20%. But when 20% is forced upon me at every transaction, fuck off. Fuck off.
Well, I have a question about that though. On the receipt, did it still have a place to write in a tip?
Yeah.
Amount.
Oh yeah,
if you
they're
wanted
not gonna
to.
take that away.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So I just lined it. Here's what you get. Done. Because when places force shit like that on me, I'm out. I'm out. That's not cool. I mean, that's.
I mean,
I get
the
it
only
for
reason I
underage
get it
kids.
is
I get it for this.
bands that draw heavy. Now, I'd have to ask because I think they've done that. I have heard them talk about, again, I have nothing to do with the bar. I have heard them talk about, like, oh, this is going to be a very young crowd. Let's do autograt so they can at least not get fucked tip-wise. I think on some shows, now, whether that's a permanent thing or not, I'll find out next time I work there. Now, I think some shows, they're kind of like, all right, it's going to be country night. Fuck yeah. All right. No, they don't. I have heard them talk about, is this going to be an autograt night? So maybe that's just what was the show?
The show we were there was Jeff invited Susie and I over to go watch Pride. They were a U2 cover band.
Oh,
he had tickets or whatever, and it was a pretty full room. It was all adults.
Yeah.
And
okay, so yeah, so I don't know if they just do that every show now. So
yeah, if it's every show,
which I get more on your side on that too. If it was every show, I'm like, oh, that's a boner killer.
And everybody that walked up there and was like,
man, but
what
sometimes
the
they're like sold out, and there's so many fucking kids there, and all they can do is sell Liquid Deaths and get 20% off of that.
Or you could just have a kids' night and have an adult night.
Yeah, no, that's too many.
That's
that's two different nights of stabbing.
It was crazy. Aardvark used to do that. It's like, God.
Oh, it ain't done. It ain't done that way, man, anymore. You can't do that way.
Yeah, I remember when the Confounded
or just keep all these fucking kids out of there. Fuck them.
I know that's what
school.
Or you know how many shows I couldn't go to?
Yeah, go watch a Roblox concert, man.
Oh no, like 18 and up. That was so standard on so many flyers. It's like fuck. All right.
Or get your fake ID shit working. Kids, come on.
Play an all ages show at a place that doesn't even have a bar. Then all you need is someone a certain amount of adults there to make sure the money's going where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. I don't need these fucking kids at my show.
Oh no, I fucking hate that dude.
Pisses
I worked
me
a show
off.
there. It
Little
was very
kids.
screamo-y, heavy. And
he's falling in reverse, fucking kids.
And
fuck 'em.
there was one. It was damn near sold
like
out.
body spray.
A lot of screamo-y kind of bands.
Smell like tuna.
You know what those kids do as well? In between the
Morning,
bands,
ladies.
they'll fucking just sit down
Yeah.
and line the hallway, and it's just like
I
stand
gotta
up.
piss, you little fucking
You
brat.
know who should sit down? The old people at any show. But it's like, sorry, it's general admission because we want to sell more tickets. They're the ones that should be wanting to sit down. Like, you have 16-year-old knees. Fuck you. Stand the fuck up. Go in the patio. Walk around a little bit.
It took a lot for them to get away from their consoles to stand up and go home
Right.
and watch that show.
And they're there with friends, but they're only socializing with two people. They are fucked.
I went to a show
You
and
can't
there's a bunch
socialize
of,
at a show where you all like the same music. Come on.
I went to a show one time, and what's the name of that game? Among Us. They were all playing Among Us on their phone. I was like, what the fuck?
God.
During the show?
At a concert?
Like in between bands and stuff or
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Well,
and
in
they were all
between
like-
bands, I mean, that's one thing. But during the
That's
show,
when you fellowship with your friends.
Yeah.
And you talk about the shit you saw and the stuff you want to see, not play Among Us.
You find someone with the bit like, oh, it's not hard. I'm at a show. I'm at shows. I see so many people that have like I can talk to you about like, oh, this guy's got the Mastodon shirt. Basic. I want to find somebody with the more, give me a band that only has 2 albums, but we're fucking awesome. And I'm like, you got that shirt. That shirt has to be 12 years old. I want to talk to that guy.
Kelsea.
I gotta go next level.
There's a guy with a Kelsea shirt on.
Kylesa?
Gay which abortion?
Or whichever way you do it. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, like
is
from
that
Atlanta.
shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me that. Yeah,
They're doing a reunion.
Yeah, I was just about to say
You
that.
saw that?
Fuck.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Never seen them live, and I'm like, fuck. As
We
much as I've
saw
seen
them at-
Baroness, and,
We saw them with Black Tusk up at
Damn it. Never
at,
saw them.
Coliseum.
And what was that?
Saw Coliseum at a
Rubber
Oil
Gloves.
Fest.
Yeah.
Did you see Pelicans coming to Rubber Gloves?
I need to buy. I'm gonna buy that
I'm
ticket
in.
tonight with
I gotta buy
Russian
that
Circles.
ticket. Yeah, with Russian Circles, I want to go.
I've been meaning to buy that ticket.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
They're playing Rubber Gloves?
Yeah.
Hopefully,
When's
don't get
that
rained
show?
out. But
When is it?
March 5th,
I'd like to
Are
go
they
to
doing
that
it
one.
outside?
it has to be.
Well, last time we saw them, it was inside. So
Who? Pelican or Russian Circles?
both.
So I've seen.
Pelican, Russian
No,
Circles.
it was Coliseum. Was
It
Russian Circles played that
Yeah,
too?
it was all three of them because that's where I got my first Russian Circles
That's-
shirt at.
Was that at Rubber Gloves?
Rubber Gloves
inside?
Yeah.
inside.
But what year?
That was
Oh,
a
it
while
was-
back.
While
See,
back.
that's why I was inside. I've seen.
It was cold as fuck too. I
saw
remember that.
Def Heaven open up for Russian Circles inside. I saw Pelicans at Haley's.
Pelican's so good.
Do you remember Haley's?
Yeah.
No,
That place
I never
was.
went there.
Now it's a giant arcade.
I remember
bar.
Haley's.
I'll go in
Haley's
there.
on the square.
Yeah, I'll go in there and I'm like, this is where the stage was. This is where that's okay. The bar's still there.
Never
like,
drink draft beer out of that place.
Yeah, just like Live Oak turned into an arcade too. Free
Did we
play.
talk about Andy's closing?
Last week?
In
Yeah,
our thread we did. I don't. Oh, we did bring it up.
yeah, we brought it up last week.
End of an
I
era.
did some comedy there.
End
but
of an era.
I think maybe I saw a band or two there play, but nothing
Yeah,
I like
I
had to
played there
go there
several
to
times.
see.
I wanted us to do an album release there. I guess not.
No, they
No
got to, like,
spectacle
February.
album release there.
Yeah, due for it. Halloween Showcase in 2018 was there.
Before the announcement, the owner told me at Tulips, and he was like, "Yeah, Andy's ain't gonna make it." I was just like, "Oh, that sucks." I mean, sucks, but there's not really anything there that I go see.
Andy sold it a long time ago too, didn't he, Stubbs?
Yeah,
To
our
somebody
friend.
else.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, the original owner.
When you could smoke inside Pascal's, I think that's staying.
Well, the
That's
original
for the
owner was
article,
his
but-
aunt, no, or his
Pascal's
mom and
is
dad.
staying?
Yeah, it's not part of the lease, I don't think, or something. But that place was like, if you have a date, I never took a date there, but that was like, if you have a date, you take them to Pascal's to impress them. But also, I went there because it was like a nice place with books I could smoke inside. Because I'm like, this is classy. Also, I'm not just gonna get up some basic beer. I'm gonna get like a cocktail or something because this is what the place calls for.
Yeah.
Also, I
If
can
it's called
smoke inside.
Yeah, kind of like
So-
Tarantula.
I want to smoke inside there too.
Used to could smoke everywhere. Yeah.
that was
Now
awesome.
you, what is it? Texas Billiards is it?
If you're in
In
Watauga,
Tarrant County. Oh, there are more little
I
dives
can
that
go
you can go into
to
and smoke
Grand Prairie
cigarettes.
to some old people bars.
Oh yeah, the
and
GM
I can
The
go to
little
I can go to
GM
Sensations,
dives.
which has an average clientele age of 58.
I thought Sensations was a.
Jack's, which
Wait,
has
what
karaoke
is
all the
I
time.
thought
Sensations?
Sensations was a.
Oh yeah, and
one
it
of those
No,
bars.
no, it's right next to the Dickey's Barbecue, just past the railroad tracks in Grand Prairie, around a bunch of warehouses and shit.
Yeah, I know where that is.
My job would have me
What
go
about
there.
Diamond Gems? Can you smoke in Diamond
No,
Gems?
because
Diamond
that's in
Gems.
Arlington. Those
Oh,
three
okay.
bars. And did you hear about Diamond Gems?
What about it?
The owner killed himself.
Oops.
No, I didn't know.
On the
that.
swing inside?
Man,
Yeah.
Jeez.
that's a bar though that you walk in and you're like, come on, it says saloon and it actually looks like a saloon. Let me fucking smoke inside. Like some
Man.
places say saloon and it's not a saloon. You know, saloon.
This show is just Pelican and Russian circles.
I know. No,
Does it have to?
no fucking vocalist either.
If,
None.
if you go to a saloon, is it mandatory that they allow cigarettes?
I think
It-
if your
it has to be-
motif,
Which
Yeah,
one do you
your
got?
motif.
very saloon-like.
You
Well,
could have
remember
cigs.
Abram Street Saloon? I think you could smoke in there.
Twat
Arlington.
waffle? Can you smoke in there?
Oh yeah, I was about to say Don Stoffel.
No,
you have to go out back.
Yeah,
right?
you have to go outside. I remember
with the
that from
with the weeders.
our infamous trip from
We should
3 years
Open
ago.
up a breakfast joint across the street from there called Twat Waffles.
Be awesome.
Oh, no,
24 hours.
Mary's. You can go to Mary's.
Get all the drunks from
Mary's
Yeah.
Outpost, technically, is what
last
it's called.
call.
Man, I wish I lived in Denton.
You
Dinton.
can go to Dusty's, which is next
It's
to
not nearly as cool as it was.
what
though.
was
This-
Haley's.
These rubber gloves calendar is
Oh, is
fucking
it sick?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rubber gloves are still tight, man.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that
Oh, it
venue.
looks so good.
I remember when they had a little arcade upstairs.
Torture.
Torture.
Yeah, they're coming.
Oh, you know what night that is though? Even though I like Balmora, who's also in that show, that's the night of Poison the Well. And then next to
Where's
and then
Poison the Well playing?
the Bomb Factory. And then next to the Bomb Factory that night,
Is that not the Deftones night too?
I don't know, but next to that is Whitechapel and 200 Stab Wounds. My buddy Todd is the bass player in 200 Stab Wounds now. Todd Thompson. He's in 4 or 5 bands. Love the guy.
Is he from here?
Yeah, he dates Val. She's the bartender at Sunshine, and he's been touring with 200 Stab Wounds.
How's the old Sunshine doing? I hadn't been there in forever.
I think it's okay. They still put
Same
on some
old, same old,
shows.
right?
They'll have like a
Yeah.
goth DJ night, and
Can't smoke in there.
no.
Can't
But I'm glad they
smoke
had a
here.
patio. When they went non-smoking, it was just like, all right, Arlington, just give us the patio. Like, let us create a patio. And they were taking a while to give them like, a patio space. But it was just like, all right, cool, we can.
Do you know anybody in testicular necrosis?
Testicular
No.
necrosis.
Hmm.
That's a funny ass name.
Is that testicle rot? I guess is that what that is? That
T-rot.
definition.
I guess it would
Doesn't-
be testicle rot.
It sounds painful.
It sounds
It's
very
a very painful name of a band.
Very painful.
Very painful.
We'll start a band called Bob Heart Attack.
Dude, I've been having some spells lately. I'm thinking about going and getting checked
Uh-oh.
out, man.
Uh-oh.
That's
Like
not
murmurs?
I don't know
Are you
what it
ready to hit
is.
the
It's like
sounder?
huh?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sounder.
Here we
Could
go
be
again.
could be the big one, but that's freaky when you start getting those. I think it's just stress, but
I'm
'cause
coming,
I've
Elizabeth.
monitored my I've checked
Gator
out the
reference.
blood pressure and stuff when it happens, and it seems to be normal. But still, man,
That's not good.
once you get over the age of like 45,
Deftones.
anytime someone
March
farts and it doesn't feel right, you're like, oh shit, is this it?
Neat.
Thanks, ma'am.
I have nothing to do
I'm
with
glad you're concerned with me.
it. So, what's the breaking news now?
135
heart attack.
wildfires. So, are we going to talk
Oh.
about the wildfires, or are we done with that already? And also,
I kind of want to talk
did
about
you want to
them.
talk about who the most likely candidates for the head coach position is for the
Oh,
Dallas
yeah.
Cowboys? Right now, Deion Sanders and that dipshit
Deion Sanders? Really?
Kellen Moore
Yeah.
are the top
Yeah.
two.
Kellen Moore's all right. He's been there for a while.
Fuck
He's all
him.
good.
He was
He's all right.
terrible.
Wait, he's on the Eagles,
Kellen
right?
Moore. Yeah, he's the. I think
Yeah.
he's the offensive coordinator now.
Yeah.
There, isn't he? But still, he was terrible here.
He annoyed
Yeah.
the fucking shit out of me. He's the
Dumb
one
face.
that,
He had dumb face.
No, his britches were too big for him. He was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think number 3 is Belichick. That won't happen because that's
Like,
too
'cause he already-
cool.
Apparently, I saw like this thing where he's like, if he knew it was even going to be an option, he probably wouldn't have taken the North Carolina deal.
Well, that's happened before where they've gotten bought out. Like head coaches have just been bought out of their college
Their contracts.
contracts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't think he wants to be here. Like who wants? I think he's not as much of a yes man as
Oh, no.
McCarthy and stuff, and he's going to butt heads immediately with the Jones. I just don't see that working. But it'd be awesome. I just don't want Kellen Moore.
I
And
really,
I think Dion is. I think that's shtick.
I just really don't give a shit. Like,
Same.
I say bring in Pepe.
Across the street, the team that's really giving a shit. So that's all I care about.
There you go.
I
It's
don't
all
know.
placeholder. Football season's just a placeholder for the
For
baseball
everything
season.
else.
Yeah, for everything else
Formula
now at this
One,
point.
for-
Hockey.
Yeah.
I just don't give a shit. Like I really just don't. Like why get excited and get your hopes up over this?
Just to get kicked in the nuts again.
Is it
kicked in the
is it
nuts
because it's
and who
reached? Is it like
cares?
is 30 years your breaking point, or almost at 30
I think
years?
it's
of
everybody's
just like,
now.
Fucking Jerry, it's like all right, the
No,
last Super
I
Bowl.
know what my
You
breaking
give them
point
10
is.
years of grace. From it's like all right,
I can't talk about my breaking point on this show publicly
with the Cowboys.
with the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Has it
Yeah, yeah,
happened?
yeah.
Understandable.
No, it has happened.
Yeah.
It's happened, but I can't
It's
talk
like we
about
passed mine about 5 years ago. So
it. But there's underlying things that you learn when you're there,
Okay, yeah.
and you're like, "Are you fucking for? Come on, really? Fuck off."
I'm
Like,
just down
Oh,
on
that-
NFL.
And that's what
period.
makes podcasts is everything but naming of the names and getting to specific details.
I don't like the NFL package.
You know, this
period.
one
Like,
comic
it's just
was
it's not. It
kind
doesn't
of
appeal
raping
to
this
me.
person. Name the name. I can't name the
NFL Sunday Ticket on direct.
Well, I mean,
this one comedy club, literally stabs you when you get off stage. Like, tell you,
no, just go to it.
No, I want to book. I want to get booked there again.
What, that happened to you too?
No, I like working out
I get-
there.
I get
I
why,
have
yeah.
fun working out there, and it's cool and stuff. But I'm just like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
really? And
Now it's nothing like this is public knowledge, but the whole it's like where it was
Give-
like, hey, come watch my players work out. It's just like, fucking, you have windows to the workout
Yeah.
facility, like they're fucking
Yeah.
zoo animals. Like Jesus.
Well, back in the day, they
I
used
mean-
to
that
go
was
watch,
hilarious.
people. There was a big crowd that would show up for training camp, and then their practices when it was at Valley Ranch. People would show up out there, and then when they were doing their
if you can make money doing it, he makes money doing it.
yeah,
And then comes out and says, "I have no money for this or that," or
I have no money.
there's
to get
no
Belichick.
budget for that. It's
Yeah.
like,
all in.
so
I say
you
we
don't want to win.
I
and
say
you
the
don't-
Dallas Cowboys use the first AI head coach.
one of those new robots they showed at CES.
Yeah,
Make it look like Kevin from Saved by the Bell
Just-
too. Just something we'll throw
Coach
back.
Chat GPT. What do we do here?
I mean, it would technically it would spit out the correct thing to do every game.
Mhm.
The weak point would be the players because they're not perfect. Because it would want, the
Mhm.
players to be perfect in order to execute the routes it needs. But technically,
An AI coach could happen.
an
You
AI
don't execute the
coach-
routes, coach executes you because it doesn't need to care about
Yeah.
human life.
An AI coach would win every time.
Yeah.
Every time. But the downfall is the players. So now we got to have
Also, we don't get the
there
good.
still would be
we
the
don't get the good
anomalies,
reaction
I
shot.
bet, but I think after the numbers played out for a while, you would be a successful coach.
How long
for sure.
till football turns into the game we
AI?
used to play at Putt Putt, that Gridiron Warriors, where it was robots on the gridiron playing each other?
I was a blitz kid.
I mean, I'm sure at some point they're
Give me
going to
blitz,
do
7 on 7.
if the technology keeps
No.
advancing
Mutant
as far
League
as
football.
robots goes and AI, they're going to have some kind of league pretty soon. It's like it'll be like a gladiator thing where you can make these robots that just fight each other, kind of like what was the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, the
Running Man.
Running Man.
Running
It'll be
Man.
like that, except it'll be AI and robots and stuff.
And if you want to play football games, give me 10-yard fight. Let's go.
Yeah.
With the hardcore band.
No, for the
football-
NES.
For the
Yeah, the
NES.
That was
that was
one of the
also
launch titles.
That was
yeah.
also a hardcore band.
I know.
That's
I always
pretty good.
10-yard
like
fight is?
What?
10-yard fight was?
10-yard
Is-
fight. I had the
yeah.
album. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay. I,
I think
think
they're
they're
also
the NES
straight
games.
It's a cool
still.
name.
I always like Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl was nice.
Tecmo
I wish
Bowl
I
and,
wish I had like a little bell when someone says like a band name.
And
and
Mutant
just
League football
not
for
knowing.
the Genesis. That was fun.
So,
Band name.
okay. Off the coaching and onto the fires.
The Fires.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys head coaching talk is kind of a wildfire in of itself. It's a
Oh,
raging
so
fire in of itself. All right.
They should get Ron Washington to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
You don't have football coach mentality. You gotta be like watching Dan Campbell
As long
in
as
the
he
locker
says
room
booty
after a
holes
Lions
every
win.
game.
That's
Booty
a
hole.
football coach. Baseball coaches can't. You got to be smart and calculated, and have your shit together.
Ron Washington was all
I
that.
did get. You know
Bruce
what? Hold
Bochy.
on. Let me find this because I did get some audio from Jerry, just for the show.
Is that clip from Land?
No. Oh my god.
Which is like that was
you watch
that was
that?
the only good PR he's had in a long time.
It really
Yeah.
was.
Hey, Jerry can act.
Yeah.
Let me see here. This was sent over. Apparently, our friend Richard Keller went to a press conference with him and recorded some audio.
Is that right?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Richie.
Let's see. Let's play it here. Come on, play.
He got some one-on-one.
He
Mic
sent it
time.
over, and I forgot all about it. And let me back this up. Back that ass up.
Does it need to be edited?
No,
It
we'll
is
just,
coming from
all right,
him.
you ready? There we go.
Ready.
Hired Mike McCarthy because he looks like a fucking pork chop. And I hate that big ass play call sheet he holds during games. We all know it's a Perkins menu. I'm not even sure we need a coach. Hell, maybe we already have a coach in mind. Maybe he's sitting right in front of you, half drunk on Johnny Walker Blue with only an Egg McMuffin in his belly and a pocket full of Dinger pills. Maybe he's 82 fucking years old and needs his ass wiped from time to time, depending on how much Salisbury steak he's ate. Look, I'm going to do things my way, and my way is fucking terrible. But if you don't like it, then tough titty said the kitty, but the milk kept coming. Listen, I'm never going to die, motherfuckers. I drink 8 ounces of hog's blood every day, and I'm a vampire feeding off mass disappointment. So learn how to accept meaningless primetime games forever. What I'm looking for in our next head coach is someone that values analytics and also someone that
AI.
What is a hard landing?
Now, see, that
What
is
leads up?
audio you won't hear on the Fort Worth Roots morning show or coming from the Fort Worth Report.
Oh my gosh, no, you will not.
You will not hear audio
Hell
like that.
no.
You got to come here for that type of insight.
Exclusive.
And it made me realize, listening to this back again, is that maybe Jerry is an energy vampire that feeds off the disappointment of his fans.
Like Colin Robinson.
You just see him sitting up there going, as everybody's just booing and losing their shit. And that's why he
Everybody-
went to Philly, right?
That's why he gets so quiet in the fourth quarter and the third quarter. Everybody's just like, "Ugh."
he's just soaking
Just
it in.
sucked
He's
it all in.
soaking
I
in the
forget
disappointment.
who
to
said this
live.
first. Maybe one of my uncles or something. But it was like Cowboys. The game's close. Third or fourth quarter. Jerry's up. He's not at the top. He's on the sidelines now. And someone's like, "Oh, gotta go check on the money." I don't know why, but the first time I heard that, I was like, "Fuck, that's hilarious and really good." Oh, the money's in trouble. Gotta go look at it.
I wonder how many times, Troy Aikman has to be getting his ass beat by him every time he's around, right? He's just like, oh.
Did you not hear Troy yesterday?
No, what'd he say?
Before the game?
The playoff game?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They asked him. They came to him and said, McCarthy's been fired. What do you think of all that? And he's like, I'm shocked. He's like, it's a dumb move.
I didn't think it was going to happen, but
I would have kept him around, but this is, I
tend to
figured he'd
agree
be
with
there, and blah, blah,
Troy.
blah. But he basically said that being the head coach of the Cowboys is not a prestigious position anymore. It's not looked up to. and it's total chaos and mediocrity being put in that position. Yeah, you'll be known by everybody in the league, but it's not
He speaks
what it
truth.
once was.
He speaks truth.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
This team is not what it once was. It may be the most expensive and valuable franchise in the world, but it's not.
I think
it's a laughing stock.
I think he sealed his fate when that Green Bay game, that playoff game, that one, and like he it seems like
McCarthy.
Yeah, I think McCarthy really screwed up on some big games. Like it wasn't like his over. Like I think over time he probably can take a team to the Super Bowl again, but it's
the Perkins menu got in the way.
The what?
The Perkins menu got in the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Which means that AI was built by someone on the East Coast because Perkins is only on the East Coast.
Right.
I only know by
around
context. Perkins must be a restaurant.
It's
that
an
I've
IHOP.
never seen.
It's the version of IHOP, but they're all around like the
it's like
outside
a Black
of Disney
Bear
World.
diner.
Like they're all over Florida.
Yeah,
okay.
So
like a
Ooh,
Publix.
we're about to have some Black Bear Diner, by the way.
You know we have one.
We
here.
have one in
Yeah,
North
it's
Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
I knew there was one in like Frisco or McKinney.
There's also one in Burleson.
Ooh,
Yeah,
We
Black
could
Bear
go
Diner's
to,
pretty good.
it's awesome.
But yeah, we're fixing to go to the home of them
Mhm.
and the In-N-Out right as you pull out of LAX. The good In-N-Out.
There is no such thing.
And a White Castle. I don't know. White Castle over
I think
there.
White Castle.
I've never had.
They made
White
a
Castle.
fucking movie about it.
They
I'm
don't
still
have
just
White
like,
Castle
oh,
in-
you
They
mean
don't?
those frozen burgers?
White
in the
Castle in there anymore?
island?
Not
Yeah,
California.
those are the only ones I've had. We had Crystals
Yeah.
for a while, one of their competitors, but they're gone for within like 2 years.
You can
That-
still get them in the frozen food department at Costco.
We don't have Carl's Jr. here either, right?
No,
No, Carl's
Or
Jr.
Hart.
Well, you got to go.
You got to go up bumfuck
No.
somewhere, right?
Just outside of Dallas, east side of Dallas.
Okay, maybe I've seen one on the way if I've done like a show in Tyler or something.
That's where it is. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Hardee's,
It's at a
Carl's
truck
Jr.
stop.
Same thing.
I still don't-
Hardy's nuts.
still don't
What's
know.
the hot
That's what I
dog
called
place
into
that's
the
in
ticket.
LA? I think I went once when I first went and never went back. That famous hot dog
Oh,
place.
Pinks.
Pinks.
Yeah,
Wiener
Pinks.
Schnitzel?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Wiener
Nathan's.
Schnitzel
No,
was
but
some
that's New
shit,
York
dude.
City.
In high school,
Their
we
pretzel-
would meet up at
their
Wiener
pretzel bun?
Schnitzel with a thing called Shorts Club.
Yeah.
You have to wear shorts.
Yeah.
My buddy Andrew Savage,
Wiener
parquet
Schnitzel
courts,
was good.
he would come with us. It was because so few people. I would wear shorts because I'm like, it's Texas, it's hot. I've been wearing shorts my whole life, but some people wouldn't wear shorts. So I think it was just a way to force people to wear shorts, also to buy 50-cent hot dogs or maybe quarter hot dogs. I'm sorry, it was fucking cheap. We went on that day.
Damn, like Sonic.
We called it Shorts Club. It was fun. It was a thing for dorks to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, these fires are putting a cramp on things because I'm starting to wonder what all we're going to be able to do once we're there. I know, like this first week, just trying to drive north, I can't go up to PCH like I wanted to because I was going to go up to Malibu and then up to Pismo and then make way to basically Big Sur and then do a bunch of cool stuff up on the Central Coast, an area I've never seen because I've never been further north than Thousand Oaks. But now you can't drive half that because it's all that Palisades fires burnt everything to the ground and fucked up the highway and everything. So you got a little narrow path on the 405 to work through things as long as the fire doesn't get over there in the next day or two. And then a whole week will go by, and when I come to pick you up at LAX, there's no telling what this fire's
God.
going to be. LAX may
Yeah.
not even be there in a week. So,
Yeah.
have you gotten any of the weird emails?
I haven't checked. I probably should start, huh?
AA was sending
That's
me.
what I was wondering if they're gonna offer me like 10 grand or something for some emergency people to go.
Well,
I'm in.
AA was telling me they will reroute me.
I should probably do that.
No fee, no extra charge, no fee. They would reroute me to any other airport
Yeah.
in the area.
Oh, damn. Well,
But there was all the airports to the south, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to the south.
Mm.
I'm going to the north the first week. So, but if you can get rerouted to
John Wayne.
John Wayne,
yeah, John
or,
Wayne, because that's in
or Long Beach,
Santa Ana. Yeah.
yeah, that'd be because
Hell.
the ticket price between LAX and John Wayne was like a $500 difference, wasn't it?
Well, usually it's about the same if you do it at a normal time. The problem is I waited too long. Like,
well,
I
even
waited too
when
late.
I was looking back at a normal time, it was expensive.
Yeah, because everybody loves John Wayne. It's low maintenance.
Yeah.
And
So,
I
so is
mean,
Burbank.
If we
Burbank
go back and
Airport's
look at
pretty small.
how John Wayne was in his life, he wasn't a good guy. So I don't know if I'd Be all excited
John Wayne?
about flying into this airport.
Isn't he the one that did? No, never mind. My dad was into John Wayne.
He
I didn't
beat
know there
women.
was
It was
an
racist.
airport.
He was John Wayne was a racist.
Apparently.
The band Millions of Dead Cops has a song about that. It's called John Wayne Was a Nazi.
Yeah.
And I saw them when they opened up for Napalm Death.
Mary Morrison.
There's a great band.
I was like,
That's
I
a
don't have to
great
do that
Death.
one song of theirs I know. And they did.
I need to see me some Napalm Death.
So we got the Palisades fire
Will they be
right
at NAMM?
now. That's at 18%. They just can't get on top of that.
No, and that fire alone has burnt the same square,
23,713 acres. Man.
and that's the same acreage as what downtown LA is, or
That's
the city of
crazy.
LA is. And what is it? 12,000 buildings, 12,000 structures.
See, all it has
That's
is the total
fucking
right now. The total,
insane.
all it has
What's
is
crazy
the
about all
total
this
on here.
is like you're gonna have people that are like
yeah,
they gotta work with what's going on
12,300
now.
plus structures destroyed.
But I think this will be from was it what was the big fires before this? It was like a year or 2 years ago. The Paradise ones or
Yeah.
So and the same arguments for them, but I think this time it's going to be way more amplified because celebrities are involved now.
Yep.
Where it's just like, why did you do nothing to prevent this when you have been able to, or the thing like clearing it out and the shit they're just like, well, Trump was saying to do it, so we don't want to do it, or which is probably they're not going to say
you
that.
mean the preventative measures?
The
that were
preventative
cut
measures, the
by
controlled
the state,
burns,
yeah.
clearing it out, having like
Refunneling the water from up north down south to fill up all the
That-
reservoirs like it should.
not letting
Instead
the
of
water
into the
because
ocean.
of the little damn fish.
Yeah,
that
that's what
we
I
need
heard
to
too.
protect.
And so I think that
Fucking fish. It's like these fucking kids at shows. Fuck them.
So
Look
the
at-
smallest fire is the Otto fire right now. It's at 61 acres, and it's 47% contained.
What's
How
bad
come-
is they just keep popping up everywhere, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit of is the embers, but then there's a lot of homeless and illegal migrants walking around setting shit on fire that they keep arresting.
Yeah, there've been about 40 arrests last I heard.
But they got them like
Hey,
get these
don't
people
Rogan
on-
yourself and have to come on and film an apology video.
I'm not gonna. I'm going off.
Remember that
actual news that I'm
Oh, yeah.
seeing.
What'd he do?
Like you see this shit of
Well, there was
people
the
walking
fires
around.
in like Oregon and Washington in like 2020 or something. He was like,
Yeah.
"I'm sorry, there's reports about arson." Arsonists
No,
and-
they're arresting these guys. And
Yeah, I've
they're
seen some
the-
footage of
like,
that.
Some of the homeless people setting dumpsters and shit on fire in the middle
Yeah.
of towns and stuff. but
Sewers
it's
too.
like-
I've
Yeah.
actually seen some fucking rabbit holes about the people supposedly starting these fires, especially in the sewers. That those were entrances for like child trafficking tunnels.
That's always been that's the fun conspiracy stuff that involves
all
the
of Beverly Hills and the Getty.
the Getty Museum. That's where I'm just like, oh, you're getting a little Pizzagate on the West
Well,
Coast here. This is all
okay.
right.
Yeah.
What you got? What you got? You got
So-
some Instagram photos that don't exist anymore? Like, come on, let's do it.
There's an old newspaper article from like the 1930s
Mm.
that talked about the scientists were going around doing seismic studies around LA at the time.
Sounds important. Sounds like something you should do.
And they were realizing that there were hollow cavities everywhere. Like what was going on? And they were like, are these caves? What's going
Yeah.
on? Well, they found there was a tunnel system underneath LA.
This was then.
Way back then. And it was published, and all the maps and everything are in the newspaper. Like, you can go look them up. And they mapped it all out. And then all of a sudden, it just all disappeared, and everything's gone. And, like, no one talks about it, and it's all hush-hush. But a lot of it's under the Getty Museum.
Yeah, that's
Like, it all starts at the Getty Museum.
and fun conspiracy like Tinfoil Hat is one of my I listen to like a handful of podcasts. That's always
Yeah.
one because they're not afraid to go to the batshit crazy things and have on these guests, and you can't just completely make up from start to finish a conspiracy. There's got to be some nails into some actual true things
Yeah.
to build the case around. And to be creative and thread it all together, whether you gotta, it's like with the mud flood and the orphan trains and that thing from like the 1800 and the World's Fair. I'm like, all right, you got these pictures. That's where you build your case off of, and crazy shit like that. Whether it's true or not, I don't care. It's just a fun story where some of it's in my reality, and it's not just like watching a movie. But
Right.
fucking love this shit. It's always so fun.
The what it was the why it disappeared was
I'm a
because
conspiracy connoisseur.
at the time, when this they had mapped out all these tunnels and everything, and people were asking questions about them, like whoever in the city and powerful people were just saying, "Oh, it's subway tunnels," but the subway tunnels didn't start showing up till like 1980.
Yeah.
So there's like 50 years of where like, what? This is all pre-work for subway tunnels. What? And then one of the big conspiracies
Were the silent film actors like such huge pedos? They had the tunnels made. Were they that rich?
The
Charlie
article said
Chaplin
they
was
just
a fucking creep in real life.
they had just always been there. Like these were just tunnels that had always been there. They're not like concrete tunnels or anything. They're just
So you can
tunnels that were through the
you
rock.
can theorize
like caves and
further,
everything.
like
Yeah.
ancient civilization. Hell, you could probably link this to the mud flood thing, World's Fair.
Well,
Because...
that's what they thought it was like they thought it was a big underground city.
Okay, yeah.
That had been there forever. But
oh yeah, my nipples are hard about that. Yeah,
it's nothing like that.
Throwing
It's
lizard
just
people. Oh yeah,
tunnels through the
Full
rock
boner.
and soil and everything that had been there forever. But then, like the conspiracy is that there was an actual sex trafficking tunnel that went from the Getty to the Playboy Mansion and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Now the Playboy. What's funny about the Playboy? Like you throw in the Playboy Mansion. Now some people you can't just completely dismiss that Playboy Mansion. No, if you're serious, you have to be like, well, there's probably some shady shit going down there. It was a old pervert and a bunch of hot.
I was gonna say, I'm
women.
surprised it's even still stands because
Shit.
it was sold, wasn't it? After Hugh Hefner died, maybe it's just become a landmark. So.
Like no, they just had that grotto thing, and then no, like obviously it didn't extend there.
So now the big thing is that the big conspiracy with these fires is the Project 2028 thing. Project 2028?
Building back better to a smart
Where
city.
Smart
blah,
the
blah,
smart city.
Throw that in. Yeah.
And the $310 billion high-speed train line that,
what?
Newsom signed for several years
Oh,
ago.
they're gonna get a bullet train too?
Is this the one to Vegas or?
No, it's a new transit and train all through California and stuff. And if you take there's a guy that took the map of the train rail of the proposed train rail and laid it over what's burnt.
Okay,
is that it lines up perfectly to where the areas that were burnt to the Palisades and everything. You know.
Oh yeah.
Playing with Photoshop, you can do all this.
I've heard about the smart city theory, but not the train till now.
Well, that's what came to
that's
my
part.
mind.
That's part of the
True
smart
Detective
city.
season 2.
Yeah,
it's all public
No,
transportation.
it's good.
Fuck your car. You know, fuck your gas powered car.
Well, New York also did that congestion toll that they just started 2 weeks ago. I've seen videos of people that live in the city that took pictures during rush hour. Fucking barely any cars on the road.
Yeah, that thing's weird.
And now they can
That's
start
a-
filming
I'd like
in
to
New
know
York
that.
again. That's
I need to know about that. I want to know about that.
whether like they're being on some because I've seen some people like,
Yeah.
wow, it's so great. They're like, yeah, it's on a Sunday or something, but also. That's one thing I hate about like, oh, there's a picture from anonymous account already. I don't want to believe it.
And it's
then
only to the financial district too, not the entire
what day of the
island.
week, what time of day. There's so much missing, information that like actual serious real people accounts will share. I'm just like, okay, I can't
Oh,
fucking
great.
believe anything I see.
Here's another live map here that I'm seeing that the world that's in extreme fire danger, and it goes from the Mexican border all the way up to San Luis Obispo. Or however the fuck you say that name. But
San
it's
Luis-
up past Vandenberg, which
That's where Music Man is based.
there's going to be rocket
Ernie Ball.
launches.
Yeah, but you have different municipalities taking care of that as far as the local stuff, though. So I don't think they're as big as threat as L.A.
No.
It sounds like
But-
L.A.'s just fumbled.
On Friday,
Because Ventura's the only other the Ventura fire is the only one that's not huge that's in L.A. Right? I just looked at it.
We should have a map
we
up.
got the one in
Just
Pasadena.
a couple of days ago, so my girlfriend and I were
Where?
watching Sex in the City,
Pasadena.
and with like a lot of
That's
things
still
that are
LA,
New
isn't
York
it?
based. I finally just
The-
went in because they're in the Hamptons. I'm like, where my head, without knowing any better, I always put the Hamptons in upstate New York for no reason.
Way out east.
I know for no reason. I just
Yeah.
did that. We watched Marvelous Miss Maisel. They go to the Hamptons. My brain just from like childhood. You hear the Hamptons. I think
Montauk?
North
Or
Montauk. Yeah.
Montauk.
And I'm like, oh, and I finally just on my phone maps, I'm like Hamptons, and I was just like, where are all these
I'm gonna
things?
do it now. Where's
And I'm
the
like,
Hamptons?
and then I went to New York and looked at all the boroughs of like where those were at, and because I just as
Have
much
you
as
ever
I
been up
love
there?
geography, no, never have.
Hamptons or New York?
New York
City.
Oh,
I've
sounds
never
like
been.
we need to go.
I've been as north as Nashville, and so And then I was like, you know what? Might as well go to LA. And I zoomed in on that geography and kind of saw where everything was, like especially the Palisades, and kind of looking like Long Beach, all the names you've heard in movies and TV over the years from these things that jack themselves off about where you're from. And I get it. They're important.
Between 90210 and the OC, it's all those places.
I'm not ignorant. These are two most important cities in America. I get it.
Yeah.
But I just not living there, and DFW just kind of being just
I don't
spread
know.
out.
To me, LA is a lot harder to figure out where shit is than New York.
Okay.
Like New York
Yeah,
is very
I feel the
easy
same
for
way.
me to
Okay.
figure out where shit is, but like Hollywood's weird. Like there's
It
a
is.
mountain in the middle of Hollywood.
Yeah. I would see things like these mountains, and
here's
then,
West Hollywood. Here's North
like
Hollywood.
Topanga
here's
Canyon. I'm
this,
like,
here's-
damn, there's a lot of there's like it's just like forest or wilderness, and you got L.A. and Hollywood there, West Hollywood, and these. And I was like pointing this out, and my girlfriend's like, yeah, that's where Lisa Vanderpump lives, or that's where the Kardashians live, and I was like, oh, okay, but it's still just like the map on my phone. It's
Tell your girlfriend we were supposed to stop by Sir tomorrow, but they're not going to be open till 5.
I don't know if I told you this. So I worked a podcast for Spoon. It was called this girl. I think they're from LA. It's called Sexy Unique Podcast, and Sarah watches the Real Housewives show. Lisa Vanderpump. I know
The
who that is.
Vanderpump Rules.
And so I know she has the restaurant Sir. I know I just heard it. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's spelled SIR, not realizing it's spelled SUR,
SUR, yeah.
let alone what Sir stands for. Do you know what it stands for?
Suck your rectum.
Almost.
Yeah, something
Sexy
like-
Unique Restaurant. And I'm like working this podcast, and all I know is I'm working this podcast called Sexy Unique Podcast. And I'm like, all right. And then I'm gonna work it. I don't mention that to her at all. So I'm there. They're sound checking, and it's the girl and the guy is like husband or boyfriend, and the sound guy. I'm just there helping put tables and chairs up, and they're playing. It's multimedia. They're playing pictures, clips, and I realize, oh, this is a Vanderpump Rules podcast. But the little nugget I know that connects me and Tulips and Vanderpump Rules is that I was on my phone, just on the couch. Sarah's watching Vanderpump Rules, and I hear the name Morgan Wade, the country musician.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because one of the, maybe she was separated, but one of the 50-something, divorcees, socialites slid into Morgan Wade's DM, and they started hanging out. It's nothing's official, but they're totally fucking. But they're not admitting to anything. But I was like, wait, Morgan Wade? She goes, yeah, she's this country musician. I was just like, I saw her open up for Lucero. Weren't you at that show? Or I want to say maybe you're at that show.
I think I was, yeah.
Yeah, back in like maybe 21.
Yeah,
at Tulips.
way the hell back, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit. And so I told them, I was like, hey, Morgan Wade's played this stage. And they were like, holy shit. And then they totally forgot to tell their audience that.
Shit.
I was like, I give you this. I'm the only person
And
here.
isn't he opening for Trump at the inauguration?
Who?
What?
Morgan Wade. And he
Wait.
doing...
I think Carrie Underwood is. Isn't
No,
Carrie
okay,
Underwood is.
you're thinking Morgan
Hulk Hogan
Whalen.
gonna be there?
No,
He's not.
I thought that he was on the list.
We're talking about a woman here. What are you talking about?
Eminem? Is he gonna
Oh,
open up?
Trump's
hold on.
inauguration.
Yeah,
was.
then I am.
What are you
Let's
talking
see.
about? Morgan Wade's a chick.
That's right. Hold
Hot
on.
tattooed country musician.
Okay. I don't know. Morgan's a unisex name. I didn't know.
But not the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's right. That's not who I was thinking of. It's a Morgan something that's open for Trump. I just quickly saw it.
I don't think it's Morgan Whalen, but that would not shock me. And that because I just looked at that. You had the Village People, Carrie Underwood, I think, Kid Rock's there.
Oh, I'm being told that's Kyle Richards you're talking about.
So
That was
yeah,
on
I
the
didn't know the name,
podcast,
but I don't know that name, But I know it was Kyle Richards and Morgan Wade. And I was just like Morgan Wade, and then
I thought I saw Morgan something on this list of bands.
I don't think Morgan Wade opened up for Trump.
No.
She's a secret lesbian country musician.
Yeah.
Oh.
With tattoos and talks about her mental illness.
I gotta find.
She ain't
this.
gonna be there. She ain't gonna be there.
Apparently not anymore. You just said she's a lesbian, so it's not a secret.
Most likely, well, secret lesbian. In 2020, these days, you don't need to keep your sexuality secret. Come
Matt, are
on.
you freaked out about going out there with all this shit going on?
Nah.
I mean, we're going south.
Scopes.
Yeah.
I
we're
mean,
too
we'll all be
close to the
cool down there.
beach,
It's
yeah.
just the only thing is with me is like flying in and then like
the visibility from your pilot.
No, because you fly with radar.
Are you going to make a water landing?
These airplanes can land themselves, you know.
Yeah.
You put everything on auto and let it, you know, IFR and all that crap. You're all good. But no, just driving up, going north is the only thing that freaks me out. But we'll be far enough south where it's fun. I think when I pick you up on Thursday, we're going to go down to Long Beach and we'll drive the Long Beach race course where they have the Long Beach Grand Prix through the city.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've been to
on it.
Long Beach.
On our way
Know where
down
the
to
Spruce Goose is at?
LBC.
It's where
Long Beach.
the Queen Elizabeth,
Queen
Mary,
Queen
whatever.
I think it's
Yeah,
Queen
that's it,
Mary.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Queen
that's
Mary,
right,
the
right.
haunted ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I keep
Spruce
thinking
Goose,
about is
right?
Arrested Development because you said John Wayne. And there's the
I don't
John
know.
Wayne
They're
joke.
both there.
That's the only reason I know there's John Wayne Airport
Spruce
because of
Goose.
Tobias.
Or I
Or-
pick you up and we go to the LA Museum of Space and Aeronautics
There
and
you go.
we see another space shuttle.
Yeah, there you go.
We check another space shuttle off.
Oh, that'll be badass.
Which one's there?
Because we
The
saw
Enterprise.
the Enterprise.
Oh, yeah?
Oh no,
All
wait,
right.
not the Enterprise.
The Enterprise
That was
is
the
New
one
York.
at the Intrepid.
Yeah,
At
that's
the
New
York
Intrepid.
City.
God dang it! Which one is in? Which one's there in L.A.?
The Enterprise.
Let me see.
Is it the Endeavor?
Yeah, it's in Long Beach. The Spruce Goose. Oh, you want
Yeah,
me to
the
look up
Endeavor. The space shuttle Endeavor's in L.A.
Smithers. It's called the Spruce Moose.
That's the one they drug through
Yes,
L.A.
sir.
with a Toyota, and it was in all the Toyota commercials.
Oh yeah.
Toyota.
They had a Toyota Tacoma pull it through downtown L.A.
that why
Oh,
you
not a
have a Toyota?
Forerunner.
I
That's
remember-
a
I remember
fucking
that.
shame.
Yeah, it's the same vehicle, so it's all good. Same guts.
Mm.
But yeah, the Endeavor will be off display for several years until the Space Center opens. Oh,
Boo.
So we can't go see it. Boo. But where's this? We'll go see the Spruce Goose. I'd like to see that.
The Spruce Goose.
I didn't know it was there.
I believe yes, Long Beach. What was
Don't
the
let
other
me
thing? You said? The
down.
Queen Mary's there too.
Yeah.
I believe they're right by each other
damn it.
too.
Well, I would have seen it because me and Aiden went and fucked around on the Queen Mary one time, just messing around in that area. Evergreen Museum. Where's this? As we design our trip, because that's right by where the race course is, the Long Beach Grand Prix. I don't know. It's in McMillanville, Oregon, Matt.
Oh yeah.
The Spruce Goose is in Oregon.
Oh.
We're
it
gonna be
is?
going the wrong way.
Oh well, it's not what Google just told me. Said it
Watch
was
the Spruce
home of the
Goose's
Spruce
journey
Goose.
from Long
Google's
Beach,
wrong.
California to its new home in Evergreen
When did that
Aviation
happen?
and Space Museum. 2022
Oh.
is when it moved
Wouldn't that
up there.
Spruce Goose couldn't get but like 6 feet off the ground, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that the
never
one
could
that
make a
never really-
real
Yeah.
super huge flight.
Yeah.
It
At
could
least
get
didn't
up.
crash.
It said pounds empty. Cruise speed is 150 miles an hour. How far did the Spruce Goose fly?
It's a tongue twister. Spruce Goose.
It was airborne for about 30 seconds, 25 feet above the harbor, for just under half a mile.
Such much to do.
Yeah. Thanks, Howard
That's what
Hughes.
I think. The first time I went there I was with my parents, and it was like, so this is the best. Like I thought it was like the greatest plane ever, right? And then you find out, well, it was
It
only like
didn't
6
do
feet in the
anything.
air and only kind of went like half a mile. You're like,
And it
what
was,
the hell?
It was designed after Howard Hughes' penis, right? Like that's
Isn't
why it
that where
wouldn't
he
fly.
started drinking his own urine?
Yeah,
when he was.
that's when he got weird.
Have you guys seen The
Thinking Mr.
Aviator?
Olympus.
That was based on him.
Yeah, that's
Leo
what
DiCaprio.
Yeah, I have seen that.
He did that after he did Catch Me If You Can, right? When he pretended he was Howard Hughes and can Catch Me As You Can.
It was right around the same time. I think.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's right around there.
He pretended he was a lot of people in that movie.
Let's see, what time is it?
He went to the.
We got a lot of
Leonardo
stuff. Let's go.
went to the white parties.
Quite good.
So, Trump inauguration
Spent some
bans.
time
We
under
were
the
talking
Getty.
about that.
Oh,
Carrie
yeah.
Underwood. But your big one was the Village People. Are
Yeah,
gonna
that
play
was
this
funny.
thing.
The
That
Village
is
people.
funny.
They're
It is
still
funny.
touring.
They're
Or
gonna.
performing?
Well, I looked
They're
up their
gonna perform.
Wikipedia. There's the one main guy, the black dude that's either the cop or the
Indian?
naval guy. Then there's a bunch of different rotating people
Oh, okay.
over the years, but he's the one main guy
That's still
who
yeah.
was married. Fun fact to Felicia Rashad.
no shit.
Yeah,
Huh.
good get. Good get.
Yeah. So you were right about the Kid Rock. Kid Rock's playing.
That's like
No
a
surprise.
given, yeah.
Billy Ray Cypress Hill.
There
Billy
we
Ray
go.
Cypress
Yeah.
With an
Jason
orchestra?
Aldean.
Oh, okay. Not a shocker.
Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spares.
Christopher Macchio, an opera singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Relation to
so
Ralph.
and that's
Classy.
basically all we have right now.
Pretty lame so far.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go up there for this.
No,
Check
They're
out the
trying
village
to
people and
get,
then I'd bounce. I'd leave.
who?
The village people after that, I'd probably leave.
Trying to get
No,
Toby
Three Doors-
Keith to show up. I
Three
don't
Doors
think he's
Down
gonna
not
show
available.
up. 3 Doors Down.
Is Aaron Lewis not available?
I think the bassist is
Aaron
in
Lewis.
prison.
Some Garth Brooks,
Some Trapped.
some Jennifer
Trapped.
Lopez.
You can get them real cheap. They could play.
I think
Texas
he's
Billiard.
reached out to Beyonce to see if she'd come.
Or Jay-Z.
Yeah, she's the reason Kamala didn't win because she was hanging out with her in Houston. Couldn't get over to Rogan.
Yep.
That's
Sorry, we were
hilarious.
doing something else.
There.
You were in Houston,
Your
You're
fucking
2 hours
hometown.
You were 30 minutes away by airplane.
right? Your own airplane. And
Your
Rogan
own
was like,
airplane.
"I'll start it at midnight. Yeah, cool. I'll get you on here." Like,
Whenever you want to come in, but you're doing it here.
oh, that was
I can't leave
such a huge
Houston.
fucking fumble. One, also like the whole no interview thing. I know you'll probably talked about
Yeah.
this leading up to
Couldn't
it. It's
be
like,
more than an hour. She had to have everything
yeah,
qualified or whatever.
yeah.
I can't believe they
pre-approved,
spent so much money on
vetted.
that podcast set.
Oh yeah, the Call Her Daddy
like,
one
what?
was like that's 100 G's. Damn, like
And that show is just straight back to blowjob jokes now.
yeah.
That's more than that
The
one
election's over, so they're back to
They're just
blowjobs.
back to
fucking
blowjobs.
podcast that you said ran out of Colleyville. That was like 2 real estate people. Dropped like, what, 20, 30 grand on equipment?
What?
Sorry. I was going off on a tangent.
Yeah, one that I still have connections to.
You screwed him over, man.
Yeah,
Now he's
I'll probably never work with them again.
I didn't call them names. I just said, mind.
A couple of local things that you won't read in, or that you might read on Fort Worth Report, because that's where everybody gets their news about Fort Worth.
Fort Worth Report.
oh,
Is that the name of it?
are we going back to Mercy
Is
culture
something
again?
No, this Keller ISD school bonds. Have you looked into this? Do you still have anybody that works in Keller?
Well, I mean,
Someone you
I'm
know?
not I think so. I'm not sure though, but I'm pretty sure she still works there.
So basically,
So they're splitting.
Keller
What are
ISD
they
wants
doing?
to kick out all the people that live in Fort Worth.
Like, so the one side of 377 they want to get rid of, and the other side they want to keep.
The poors they want to get rid
The
of.
poors.
After, and this is what.
So district
is what-
gerrymandering? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, let me finish. So what's pissing everybody off is that basically the poors, the city of Fort Worth side, has been paying for all these bonds for Keller ISD to get all their new stadiums, their new swimming facilities, and all this crap for all these years. And now they just want to say, all right, we're done with you. Thanks for your money. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You can go back to Fort Worth ISD now. You no longer need to be part of Keller. But there's no, like, I haven't seen anything over, like, the schools on that side.
Yeah, like
Surely they'd get to keep them. I mean, surely you take them with you because they're in your territory or whatever. Fort Worth would take them over. It's a bunch of crazy bullshit. And our friend Richard Keller was going to the meeting tonight.
was he going to get some audio?
And he was going to speak at it and everything.
I don't. Why is it the school politics level, like the school district level politics, is so evil in Texas? Is
Like,
it
it's
everywhere
really
in the country?
bad.
But
I don't know.
it seems like in North Texas,
Greedy.
it's always crazy. There's always some kind of psychopath that's trying to hold on to power, and vice versa. It's like Game of Thrones for Fort Worth School District and Keller School District in
Power
Dallas.
gets you a boner, man.
Well,
Sure
and
does, man. I got a
apparently,
boner now.
like a bunch of the guys on the board of trustees, like you're not supposed to communicate with each other outside of public
Forums.
And a bunch of these guys have been talking and conspirating behind closed doors and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's highly illegal.
Huh.
And can get, like, apparently in South Lake, some of this happened during COVID. Like, 2 trustees on the South Lake ISD school board were talking to each other through text messaging, and
got busted.
A bunch of people found out, and they went to jail.
Oh.
So this is, I mean, they don't take this shit lightly.
What does a trustee do?
Sucks a lot of dick.
Trust a lot.
Yeah,
You trust a lot. You're I think you're usually your overseer of funds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I know a trustee of a will, a trustee of like.
Okay.
You're basically
deed of
overseeing
trust
the,
and all that.
the
yeah.
district or whatever, but it's kind of shitty. Like, fuck Keller. Period. Like we've had our issues with Keller.
Yeah.
I hate that.
We've had some big issues with Keller before.
I've had issues with Keller ever since I was a
Yeah.
young kid.
We're talking about speeding tickets because
Yeah, they're
speeding tickets.
They have to
Yeah.
have the scummiest police department in DFW. I
Everything.
would say is Keller.
Everything. All the
Yeah.
municipalities are just fucking pieces of shit. So fuck
Yeah.
them. You know, I don't know.
I wonder if it's this way all over Texas that like the Game of Thrones school district.
It's just weird that Keller
Odyssey.
keeps being pulled up in all these, and being a shitty city. Like all the news reports over the last few years about stuff
It used to be
at
the
the
place
schools.
everybody wanted to live. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Now
like the
it's like-
schools banning books and the schools banning
Yeah,
transgender stuff, it's all Keller. The cops fucking killing people at random,
In a Kohl's
pulling over
waiting room.
Yeah, in Coles, in the
In
middle of
Kohl's.
Coles, pulling over
Unloading your man.
minorities and arresting them for no fucking reason when they live
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Speaking of
that's
probable
just-
cause,
the reason is that they're minority. Don't
That's
say it's
it.
for no reason.
they were
Otherwise-
for a while. They were
Oh,
pulling,
you're Indian. You can't live here.
for a while. The
back to-
Keller,
back to
Danny,
Capel.
you can't
the
be
Boy
here.
Scouts there used to enjoy pulling people over if they saw you had a air freshener hanging from your mirror. They would pull you over, and they would say that was probable cause.
I got pulled over,
You
and I've
smell.
said this on the show at least a handful of times in Keller because it's late at night. I drove a show quality Volkswagen Beetle around that was just gorgeous, and they always just wanted to pull me over and
Just to check it out.
check out the car and waste my fucking time.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'd get home, and my mom or dad would be like, "It's late. You're past your curfew. Whatever." It's like, fucking cops pulled me over for 30 minutes just to look at my fucking car and talk about it. No, they didn't. That's bullshit.
Keller.
What the
Then
fuck?
you told them it was Keller, and like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, okay.
I was like, Keller cop, stop me at,
Killer cops.
at Pearson and
Killer
370
cops,
or Pearson and 1709 or whatever. And
Yeah, they're shitheads, man.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Keller.
I don't know what the deal is. That used to be the spot. I think Keller. There's part of Keller
It
that
was
wants to be
never
part
the
of
spot.
South Lake.
Yeah,
Like they want to be
They
as
wanna
uppity
be.
as
No,
yeah.
yeah. To
they
me,
want
Keller
to
was
be as
always-
Aryan
yeah.
as South Lake.
But
is
then
what they
there's the
want.
part
Say
that
Aryan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Then-
I was like,
then-
either her
then-
Aryan or arrogant.
I guess the
but
other
same
side
thing.
of 377 wants to be Azel.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, and that's bullshit because those areas up there are pretty fucking nice.
yeah, they are.
I mean, that's a nice area. It's not shit land up there, but to say, 75% of the district and their money comes from that side of 377.
Yeah.
And they're just like, it's also the side with the most minorities and the side with the most,
On the other side of
poorest
377?
people, lower income people.
I always like the police there because they all dress like they just came back from Iraq. That like it's funny when you go to DFW, like if you go to Fort Worth or you go to Dallas or you go to Arlington, you see their police, their street beat guys.
Yeah.
They're just dressed normal. You go to Keller, they're full on in fatigues. They got their tack
Like the guy
gloves
that
on.
pulled me
They-
off
they-
on
they
tactical
got their-
vests, yeah.
They got their helmets out and everything. You're like, dude, you realize that this is America.
the guy that pulled me over in Hudson
Like,
Oaks.
we're not
that
here-
was
Yeah, I
full
remember that
SWAT
story.
gear.
Exactly.
And you're like, what are you doing,
Like,
dude?
Trophy Club did that to me.
Nobody
a few
even
years
knows
too.
the city exists.
Yeah,
I only know
exactly.
Hudson Oaks because I'd have to
Is
drive
it-
through it for a
Do
job.
you
Yeah.
really need a Humvee like fully
Like-
decked out and freaking army fatigues and like full night vision goggles when you're pulling someone over to see if they're
Why
drinking?
is there a helicopter and 6 guys
Exactly.
falling out of it
You need
beside
air-
me?
Why are they
Like,
repelling? What's going on?
what's going on?
Really? You called in air support?
Like, what the
Like
fuck?
my expiration's out, so who gives a
Yeah.
shit?
Oh shit! It's only going 5 over the limit.
My brake light's out. You called in a fucking helicopter to sit
Right.
here and sit on top of me?
Yeah, silly.
Or the A-Rap? Doesn't Keller have a giant A-Rap vehicle too?
I'm sure they do. Yeah, no, I think they were one of the ones that were
ones with a giant
driving
air wrap.
around saying how cool it was. And
Yeah,
like, dude, you
look
don't
at
need
this. We got
this is exactly what we're talking about, the militarization of our police department. You could just take pictures of all the cops at Keller, South Lake, and Trophy Club and just here's your problem.
Roanoke used to drive around.
They don't have enough people. Like
'Cause I'm-
Arlington, like, hey, where's that? Okay, we could use that. We got two
Yeah.
stadiums. We got some stadiums we got to protect. Okay.
Arlington's got a bunch of fucking drones.
Oh
they
yeah,
use
yeah.
that are
I remember
fucking
it was
insane.
They were out the other night in my neighborhood.
the George
Really?
Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
Our very tame George Floyd protest. I just happened that same night just to be walking around is like the one thing I could do at that time.
In
I was
Arlington?
like the summer of love, summer of COVID love.
Where was that at? Like over
That
there?
they went down Abram. So
Yeah.
they're going through downtown, and there were cops there, and it was nothing bad happened. But I was walking around, and I remember like walking. I wasn't walking with marching. I was just kind of like, oh, I guess that's happening tonight. And I would hear a noise. I didn't have like AirPods or headphones with me. I was like, huh. I was like,
oh yeah.
and it was a little sunset, and I was just like, oh shit, they got drones around here.
Yes, they do.
And then
And they yell at you through them.
oh, they didn't.
Yeah, the fireworks was
They
it
didn't,
last
I didn't
4th
hear
of July?
anything from that. I just remember seeing that.
No, there's footage of it.
They
Probably like
they
3
can yell at
drones.
you
Yeah,
through
I know
South
they
Arlington.
can. They didn't do it then because it was peaceful and people just it was Arlington. We're not going to get rowdy, about something like that. It's
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, they've been doing the
They don't
drone
allow that
stuff
kind
for
of
a
shit
while.
here. Like it ain't fucking Minneapolis. They weren't gonna. It was.
I'm just waiting for the drones to.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Well,
that-
there's
Yeah, I'm sure that's coming.
yeah, I'm sure there's going to be an attack.
And it'll
pretty
be
soon
about
at some
5 more
point.
years.
Yeah,
About
I
5 more
don't
years,
know.
the cops will.
they're going to run out of time if they make them illegal.
Well, you want to hear the update on that?
Yeah, let's hear that.
Oh, Jersey or
So-
just drones in general.
Yeah, the talk the last 2 days was that DJI was, the government's still trying to, they want to kick DJI products out of the country and ban all the drones and everything. And the story was that DJI was just finally going to be like, all right, well, if you're going to do that, fuck geofencing. We're just going to drop them all. So you can fly a drone wherever the fuck you want,
Yeah.
at whatever altitude you want, whatever.
Yeah,
Because normally, like if I'm in the stockyards and I want to fly a drone around, I can't because Meacham Airport's right there, and it won't go higher than like 18 feet. That's as high as it'll go. So you have to get all sorts of special permission, or at least let the FAA know that you're going to be flying in that area and all that crap. And you can do it all digitally. It's not that hard to do, and as long as you're cool about it, it'll sign off right away. But no, they were just kind of like, all right, we'll drop all geofencing. And then today something popped up and says their geofencing now corresponds with what the FAA has, but all the limiters are gone. And I haven't tried it yet.
yeah,
So you are still notified you're in a geofenced area. You're in an area that is an approach for an airport, or you're near an airport, or you're near, like downtown, you can't fly in certain areas because you're close to the hospitals where the helicopters fly.
Now,
and all
what
that crap.
happens if you do? Is it shut your controls down, or
So what it used to do is
or is it just hover there?
if you were in a certain area, like you have yellow, orange, darker orange than red, and used to, depending on where you were, you could kind of override. Except if you're in a red area, you couldn't override it. You were stuck at, like, your drone wouldn't go higher than 6 foot. It would just go there and stop, and it wouldn't go further than like 10 or 15 feet from you in any direction. It was just stuck
Okay.
in those areas. And you can't override them if you're in those zones, but if you were back in a different, like a yellow zone or whatever, you could go in there and tell it, hey, I'm in this area and I have permission, or hey, I'm getting permission. And your drones are supposed to be registered to you, and they have an ID on them, and that ID will be automatically sent to whoever if you're flying in that area. So that way, if you cause a problem, they know. And apparently, I don't know about all this, but from what I've been told is that when you're done with a flight, your entire flight record is also sent to whomever takes care of that area of the FAA, watches over that area. I don't know if that's true or not. I've read different things on it, but so that way, if you are in violation of something, they can come back and get you or fine you or
Hunt you down.
So
Hunt
doesn't
you down.
this sounds like a lot of support towards the conspiracy that it was government drones that were causing all the ruckus, because if they're flying like the one at Carswell, the ones that they busted out at Carswell, it seems like if you're that far into military air or a restricted airspace, and you're telling me that if you have a CGI drone and you're a private user, DJI.
I'm talking about DJI. I don't know about the other manufacturers. There's a lot of people that make stuff that don't. You can make one homemade right here.
Yeah, DJI is the Walmart brand, pretty much of
They're
drones,
the
like
biggest brand. They're
yeah.
the biggest brand, and they make the best stuff.
Right.
They're the best drones on the market,
and it's out of China.
As far as yeah, but you can make a homemade drone that you can fly anywhere.
That works off
it
of
doesn't
different
have
frequency.
Works off different frequency. Doesn't have to worry about any geofencing or nothing. You can just fly wherever you want to put it. A lot of those FPVs that people race with, those racing drones, are all just a bunch of parts put together that you can fly anywhere.
You saying that feeds my conspiracy that this is that everything that we've just talked about in the last 10 minutes is still leading me to believe that the drone scare that we had a few weeks ago, it seems like years ago, because
where in White
all over
or
all
New
over.
Jersey.
I'm talking
They're
about
still
all
flying
over
in New Jersey.
So that this all leads me to my thing. I think that this was the scare is just so the FAA and the government can come in and say, okay, we need one frequency that we're going to utilize. Anything else is going to be banned, and we need complete control over it. That's what I think's happening. I don't think it was. What was the wild ass one? Iran has a mothership off of South Carolina or North Carolina.
What you're saying makes the most sense. The government wanting centralized control over something.
That's what
I
think.
The easiest, best explanation for almost anything.
Yeah,
but
especially with something like this, drones.
There is video.
Something that's happening on Sunday.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I was alluding to.
I'm sorry.
Ukraine has a mothership, and there's video of it, a drone mothership that they put together, and that they've been using in the fight against Russia. Now, did they build that themselves, or did Iran come up with it, or are there other countries around there that have come up with it, or whatever? But you can find video of it, and it's pretty fucking interesting. Because it's a big, like...
What does it look like? Does it look like a big drone with a...
It's a giant drone with a bay that opens up, and drones fall out of it.
Cool.
Remember that fake...
Yeah,
cool.
I get your balls tingling. You're like, I've seen that before.
There was an Amazon video that was out a few years ago that they said was fake, but it was the same type thing. It was like, oh my gosh, look what they're about to start doing.
I was like, this is CGI, this is made up or whatever. And it's like, no, this is what they're using on the battlefield against Russia. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, 10 years ago, we were doing stuff like this. There were videos of the military doing stuff like this 10 years ago. Okay, so in 10 years, we've had to have come there. And we were talking about this morning. It's like the stuff they have on the F-35. The F-35, instead of shooting, when planes would have missiles shot at in the past, they would deploy chaff. And that's what the missile would go after. It's the big flares. They drop the flares.
Yeah, chaff and flares.
So instead of that now, the F-35 has a fiber optic. They call it the little buddy. And when a missile's coming at them, they deploy it. It comes out of a pod, and it shoots out behind the plane several 50, 100 feet or whatever behind it. And that little buddy puts off the same projection of the F-35. So the missile goes after it, draws to it, because it's the closest one to it, and goes to it and hits it.
Missile's like, oh, it's closer than I thought, man.
Yeah. So it's a digital, or like a, digital chaff is basically what it is, or whatever you want to. But they're called little buddies, and it's pretty interesting. But they're like kind of like little drones that are tethered behind the plane.
Wow.
And they said that
sense.
You could also fly in with one F-35. They have a couple of them on them, but if it deployed two at a time out the back, on radar, it looked like there were three F-35s coming at you when it's only one. But it's fucking bizarre. Like, the way the technology has come.
That's smart. That's very smart.
And if you go find this video of the Ukraine mothership, it's wild. And it's real. Totally real.
Scary.
Have you seen what they've done?
Totally.
what they've done over there to the North Koreans?
No.
Oh, I know they're getting slayed.
So they're taking a drone, and you're talking about these North Korean fighters.
Haven't
These
been
army
in a
guys,
conflict in over 60 years.
and they still live basically in the 1950s.
Right.
Like they have
Yeah.
no idea what technology is or anything.
Was it true that a bunch of them were getting busted just
Watching porn.
Yeah, watching porn.
Yeah.
Yep.
They all are watching porn.
They couldn't handle it.
They
Dude,
couldn't
there's
handle it.
13-year-old
So,
boys. You're just like, fuck, we lost them already.
Well, they don't
But they're
have
dead.
them in
Nope.
their
They
home
got. They found the
country.
porn.
there are several
They
videos
found the
of this.
Ukrainian porn.
And I thought maybe Jeremy sent us one of these in our chat. I'm not sure.
Ukrainian porn?
No,
Sure
this,
he has.
this video. But a drone, there's two soldiers and they're walking
Yeah.
across this field, and it's like they're scanning the field, and these two soldiers are like 15 feet apart. This drone flies up on one, gets the attention of the one that's in front, gets him distracted, and the one in front starts shooting at it. Well, the drone positions itself in front of the other guy, so the officer or the North Korean soldier shoots the other North Korean soldier.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. And
I haven't
there
seen
They're
is
not ashamed. Shoots
video
himself.
on video
Yeah.
on video on video of this happening.
Of those type of things.
Of those type
happening?
of things.
And are these drones like? Oh, they're remote operated, I assume.
They're DJI remote
So
operated.
someone's
It's the same fucking
someone's
drone
doing that,
I
and just
own.
like probably just laughing to
Watch this,
themselves.
like, yeah.
I did.
I'm gonna have him shoot his buddy.
Yeah, watch this. I didn't do anything.
That's fucking wild. Like the way the battlefield is changing is insane.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's straight
hilarious.
up Modern Warfare now.
It's
It's like
crazy.
that's. I bet you.
No, Modern Warfare implies something cool. This is just nerd shit and just trickery and it's just that's fun. It's funny.
Yeah, the
It's not the Warhammer 40K shit that I think about, all the time. That's like, yeah, armies. I'm like, no, it's just this.
Yeah, when do we get aliens fighting?
When do we
Space
get
Marines?
fucking
Come
drop
on.
pods
Did you see
and
there's
super
another
genetic humans armored up and
Yes.
there's
with
another
chain-
jellyfish.
When do we get
alien.
fucking chain swords, man?
Have you seen the breakdown of the jellyfish
Fucking
video?
Spartans.
Like they've gone through.
The
And have
one
you
that
seen
the
new
guy
one
just
now
got?
on the Ring camera that's going back and forth. It looks just like the jellyfish.
Oh,
I
no,
think it
that
is
one.
another jellyfish. But have you
I
seen
thought
the?
you were talking about the most venomous creature in the world that just finally got on video. They've
Oh.
never had it on video before.
I saw that
What?
too, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the alien, the one that was over in the battlefield. Well, they have another
Mm.
video that's like it's I believe closer, like it's not in the battlefield.
Yeah.
And it's been captured on a Ring video. It looks a lot like the way its flight, like its trajectory and everything, is a lot like the jellyfish. But there's also a breakdown of the jellyfish alien video to where they show you the outline of what could be like the actual alien sitting down and like the monitor and how there's actually a monitor and
sweet.
stuff.
Yeah,
the
I
way
wanna
it's
see
shaped
this.
and everything.
Yeah,
It's pretty.
fuck yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Reminiscent of Independence Day.
But you saw the other when you said
jelly
jellyfish.
ships.
Yeah, I saw that. I
That
saw
was
that video.
fucking
Yeah,
wild too.
Portuguese
haven't
man
seen
of
this
war
one.
and jellyfish are scary, dude.
But that
Yeah, they
one,
are.
they
So
said
what's this poisonous creature? Because
So
I was thinking Man of War, jellyfish.
it's a
or-
spotted box jellyfish,
okay.
and it's never been caught on video.
Mm.
And this diver
Did you die before you can
saw
get
it,
it?
and he started videotaping it and following it.
Cool. Oh
and
shit!
it's fucking weird. And
Back
like,
to it.
in the article, it said this is the most venomous creature on the planet. Is this?
What's it mean by that? Like,
Means
know.
probably.
does that mean like? I think at
What
some
is-
point you got a time like how
I think
quickly you die
yeah.
from the.
I think a
venom.
black mamba is like what 30 seconds they say or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I don't know
and-
I don't know if that's true anymore because I follow what's this snake
guy-
on Reddit? Do you
Or
ever?
remember that one dude that was letting snakes bite him?
Yeah, just bite him and see what would happen.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
But when you watch,
He must
when
be
you're on
dead.
Watch This Snake or What's This Snake,
Yeah.
it's all people trying to take
forgot about
pictures
that
or
thing.
like
Yeah,
identifying, and it's fantastic. But usually in the comments, you'll get a breakdown of what will happen if you get bit,
Okay. Yeah.
how long time you have, and a lot of these ones I thought, like the Australian ones, like you have 30 seconds to live. It's not likely. They're like,
Yeah.
you need to get somewhere
Yeah.
pretty quick,
Yeah.
but you're not going to die,
There isn't one that's
You got a
can't
chance.
be
Yeah, you got a chance. You're good.
that anti venom doesn't work on either. I don't think is there.
You know,
like,
there is.
oh,
There's
there
a
is?
couple. There's
Like
a
some
couple
sea
that'll
snake
show
or
up.
something?
Yeah,
It's
and they'll be like, "There's no anti-venom for this." So
you're done.
if you survive, this is how you survive, and it's probably
You
gonna
chop your arm off.
Basically.
No.
Yeah. You're going to have to amputate a body part in order to live. Yeah, that's wild. I want to play this video. Where's it at? Oh,
What
fuck.
video?
Oh, hold on. I want y'all to hear this video. I don't think we've played on the show yet. And I keep...
Is it the mothership? Because I was trying to find the mothership video.
The jelly mothership?
No.
I want to see that.
It's this lady. Okay, she was a candidate in Missouri. And she's a GOP candidate from Missouri. She's attempting to run for Congress in
she
Texas.
sounds very sane.
Oh, is it the one where she like shoots like shoots someone in the back of the head or something? It's a mannequin or something.
Yeah, but just listening to
She's
her,
screaming about like
is
homos or
amazing.
something. That lady.
And this is 100% real.
I'm pretty sure it is because I saw it on
everybody was
several
like,
news outlets.
Yeah, she failed for Missouri and like. All right, here we go.
My life is a testament of Jesus Christ, and I'm going to use the platform that He gave me to glorify His name and to speak the Word of God. It's that simple. Public executions for any illegal that rapes or kills an American. They don't deserve deportation. They deserve to be ended.
The video is
And that's
a
it.
guy getting is a mannequin getting
Shot in the
shot in the
head.
back of the head, and it's all tied up.
That's our campaign video.
Isn't that just good old fashioned death penalty? Like kill somebody, get killed by the state.
So she's a failed politician from a
Essentially.
different part of the country.
She's from Missouri, and now she's trying to run for Congress in Texas.
It's so crazy you could do that. Just like I'm gonna move somewhere else. Like shouldn't it be like some
seems
kind of
like there should
birthright?
be.
Like I don't want someone
Or some seasoning, like you got to be there for a minute.
Yeah,
or two.
right.
Well,
Like,
the
how long
Fort-
have you lived
you know,
here?
the-
2 years. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like
The Fort Worth one.
tell me what to do.
The Fort Worth one is coming up. The mayor and city council race.
It
You can
is.
sign up for it right now, and I was looking at the requirements for that, and you only have to like live in the city of Fort Worth for like 180 days or something like that.
That's so weird.
Is Tony Diaz going to run again?
You think Maddie
Again,
Parker's
they
going to get taken out, or someone going to?
Whoa.
No, I'm sorry.
Voted out.
Voted out.
Excuse me.
With guns.
Lack of better terms. I'm sorry.
Get taken.
Voted out. Do you think she's getting voted out?
You think she'll be unalived out of office? I mean,
think
what?
I've
No,
heard enough
shit,
people-
no.
I think I've heard enough people bitch about her that I'm pretty sure she's not.
Dude, she
for
lost
long.
a lot of people with this
Mercy
this
culture
mercy culture
bullshit,
stuff,
yeah.
and then her flip flopping on other shit along the way.
Yeah,
she's losing people
I think it's
left
because
and
of
right.
our podcast. I think we did it.
Well, I can tell you what we did do.
Take the basses down.
Gina Bivens is out. Fucking bitch. City councilwoman on the east side. She said she's too scared to run.
Because of the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast.
She's like,
show.
I'm not doing it anymore because I'm tired of being called.
The Masketeers.
It's called
They're
out
after
by
me.
that podcast.
You've had people on here that like ran for office, right?
We did,
Yeah.
two.
Were in office
Yeah,
or
two
ran
people.
for?
Ran.
One in Fort Worth.
Have
one
you had
in
a winner on
Colleyville.
this podcast?
No.
No.
We're 0-2.
That's that's,
We
oh,
do.
no. We have one Victor.
Yeah, we have a victor. Yeah.
Yeah, Whiskey Boy.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Wait, come on, tell me.
Now,
makes me wonder.
Deets.
secretly, there are several victors that listen to this show regularly,
Okay,
Well, that's city council that Whiskey Boy won.
but
what's whiskey?
that's what
Who the fuck is that? Tell me. Like,
Still counts.
that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about mayors. We're talking about people that just ran in
Yeah.
for an office
Yeah.
position.
Your bar said hi.
yeah, I want to know
Yeah.
who Whiskey Boy is. What is?
What do you want us to get
He's
the
a
president in
He's
here?
an old podcaster that did a
Email him.
Tried to do like an FMD, kind of like try to do like FM DJ type feel on his podcast, and it just never really worked.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Oh.
But what he win? What
Yeah, I think city council for
NRH City
Richland
Council.
Hills or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, okay.
something like
Northwich
that.
Livingston.
But yeah, we
Okay.
have a couple that listen that are
Oh,
winners or have
that are-
won, but they are nervous to come on.
And keep
And I
the
told 'em we
donations
keep
under
'em-
$50 anonymous. Yeah.
They do keep the donations under $50. It is anonymous. But yeah, I told them we'd be nice and easy, but I have.
I know I get it. No,
we
ju-
both have
just
questions that
even
need
if
to be
you
answered.
even if you talk
Yeah, there's a
nothing
lot of
politics,
questions.
them here and just it would just
Yeah.
taint them.
I
Yeah,
think the thing
forever.
that sucks is when we have politicians in is just how discouraged you get because you're like, oh my gosh, man,
Yeah,
it
it
sucks
is
unless you're
all messed up.
firmly in one avenue or you're fucking Rogan big. You can't get
well, all of them that I have talked to,
you're not
somewhere,
serious enough and you're not big enough for me to
a lot of them that I've talked to in both cities, or let's say in Fort Worth, Dallas and Northwestern Hills that I've talked to in the past, they've all said the same thing. You go in there with high intentions, thinking you're going to change things, and you get in there and you realize it's just a fucking machine and a shit show, and nothing's going to change, and you can't. Everything you have, all the goals you have, and everything are just like, nah.
You know, I
can't do it.
Remember last week I had the story about the
because John
funeral?
Riley Price won't let you.
I went to a funeral and I had a relative that was used to be the mayor in Louisville.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my mother on the way home about. I was like, "Well, he just did one term." I was like, "Yeah, he didn't like it." As soon as he got in, he's like, "It was a mistake. He wished he'd never done it." Same exact thing.
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I'm out."
That's why my uncle never ran for Colleyville. He was the same thing. He's like, "No, I'll just be here, police chief. There's no reason to run for mayor because
I bet you even police chief now is pretty political, and you got to deal with a bunch of BS all the time.
Plenty of power. Plenty of power there. You know?
Yeah, that's what's cracking me up.
They don't have enough lesbians on the force.
That's what's cracking me up about this fire stuff. Yeah. It's like, I don't give a shit what you are.
No, but that
Can you
video,
put a fire out?
But that video,
out.
that video though did not help. The one is just like, hey, can you carry my husband out? It's like, well, you shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
Basically, what she said, you're just like, damn.
Yeah,
did a fireman, fire person, fire
You're
service.
supposed to be able to carry your weight.
Yeah,
plus
that's the
something.
thing. Like,
you train for that.
that is, like, remember, like, the whole is like 2015, like blaming, this. And I was just like, it's like, whoa, that's straight up victim blaming. Like, he shouldn't have been there in the first place.
It's
like,
the same in the military too. You're supposed to be able to, like in combat, you're supposed to be
all
able to
these
pick
people in
up
the hospital
someone
shouldn't have
that's
been there.
250 pounds, put them over your shoulder and go.
Carry them out. Yeah.
That's
There's
the
no,
thing.
but some of the women that they've let, like, not just women. I'm going to get in trouble now. But that's one of the arguments about
beta dudes
about our military and having women on the combat field is there's a lot of women that their frame physically cannot hold a 250 pound man to get them out of an emergency situation.
You're telling me they're not all Rhea Ripley's up in there?
Did I
and
tell you
guys, I'm sure there's guys in the military now that because they're letting fat asses in, they're letting fucking skinny people like can't.
Did I tell you what happened to me at that big airsoft thing we did up at D14, the big weekend one?
What happened?
We did. There was a downed pilot.
I know there was a fight that
No.
happened once.
Downed pilot.
There was a downed pilot
in
one of our teams, and I had to go, we had to go pick him up, or
Right.
go get him, go rescue him from the other team. So we had to go set up and keep the other team from getting to him. And somehow I'm the closest one to him all of a sudden, and I'm like, well, shit. So I run over and grab him. Guy's 165, 170 pounds. Got to put him over my shoulder and start running.
Yeah.
And I made it about 500 yards
Take a
before
breather.
I fell over. I was like, I can't go
Somebody's got to
any
carry me now.
further. You're going to carry us both back.
I think the only thing that matters, I think, as long as you're not lowering standards, I think you're fine. Don't be
Yeah.
lowering standards to let more people in. Keep the standards where they're at, and if a female or whatever, skinny dude, fat dude, whatever,
can do it,
then let them in.
A lot of people have hidden what
That's
we
right.
used to call back in the day Earnhardt strength.
Yeah.
That's hidden in there.
Right.
I can't say that anymore. But yeah, you'd have this strength that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, whoa. And it wasn't adrenaline. It was just like
let's
hidden.
call it this. From Gomer Pyle from the war movie. Call it like because he looked a little like
Yeah.
Call it like Gomer strength.
Yeah.
Gomer strength.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
There's
There you
always a
go. There's
workaround.
always a workaround.
Or you can just go, hello.
But yeah.
Nah, that's too direct.
I saw a
You
guy.
can't do impressions.
I saw a guy in high school that weighed 90 pounds take on two 200-pounders and destroyed them.
Oh, those not jiu-jitsu, but the what's the other ones? The judo. Those guys, they know how to throw their weight around. They can do that shit
judo,
all the time.
taekwondo, and he took these
That's
two
just
dudes,
math.
and I was like, what the hell?
Inertia.
Two giant football players and just
Yeah.
destroyed them.
I think what pisses people off the most about DEI is
the letters.
Is the letters, but also the,
when you
they're
can rearrange
abrasive.
it, when you can rearrange
when
it,
you-
especially now, to make it say die, I'm just like, dude, you're asking for that. I'm sorry. Something goes wrong and people die. DEI equals die. I'm just like, Elon's gonna tweet that.
I think
like
it's-
he just did.
I think it's when they defy logic. When you start defying logic and you're like you're making decisions that don't make any kind of sense, like
Or the first video of a
At
female
all.
cop getting bodied by the dude she's trying to
Then-
arrest. You're just like,
then
well,
then that's when people start having major issues with it. And then also when you have some turd when the president's getting assassinated, looking like she's about as lost as a fucking
that didn't
blind. Never mind. I was about to get in most trouble. Anyway, when the assassination happened, you had two ladies that were on
one
the
of those, what's
Secret
her name?
Service.
One of those McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that didn't help
McCarthy.
either. That didn't help either.
The aesthetics did not look good, and that's what
She wasn't holding her gun right. She didn't know how to holster her gun. She
looked confused.
That's one thing I like.
Gun wasn't
Without,
even
I
cocked.
love when gun
Like,
experts, when it shows
they
like
break it down,
foreign
you're like-
trading fighters or
Yeah.
anyone in a militia, you're just like not holding it right. I'm like, I'll defer to these experts because that's your field. That's I'm
One
like, I
thing
love
that
when
I'm
shit's
looking
pointed out.
forward to post inauguration though is what the fuck happened there. That I hope we get some more information about Vegas, which I'm sure we won't.
I want more.
JFK.
I want
Which time?
He said
What
he,
Vegas time? I still want. There's still answers about the shooting.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what.
That
no,
Vegas.
that's
Okay,
That
yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
The other
crazy you
thing
can say which
I want to know
Vegas.
about, which he
Yeah.
said he would say right after he was in, after inauguration, once he was in office, he would tell us what these drones are in Jersey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because he said he's like, I don't know why they're not telling you guys. I mean, they're just. It's not that big a deal. Why aren't they telling you about it?
Yeah. They're
Get
going
it
to be
out
like,
there.
hey, they're ours. We're just trying some shit. Don't worry about it.
It's a bunch
Just
of
be like-
damn kids.
That's kind of
playing
what he
around.
said. I think Trump.
And
when
then we
he's
could be like, you know what?
they know exactly who
All
it
right.
is.
Just
and he was
make
like
it boring.
inferring that it was us. But the other thing is I'm interested in the behind the scenes of the Biden administration and just how fucking cuckoo was it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It-
are we
it was
seeing it in
cuckoo.
real
Like there's
time
going to be some
already?
stuff that comes
You,
out.
you saw the report on Biden, on Hunter Biden that just came
That
out
just
2
came-
days ago.
yeah.
It was hardened.
No,
No.
it wasn't even the no.
It was
it
what's
was
all the
this? Yeah, yeah.
shenanigans.
it was like he shouldn't have been pardoned, and Biden was out of his mind to pardon his own son. And
Didn't he have
They
a
got-
house in the Palisades too? That burnt.
Isn't it funny that he's still like he's so they let him just walk out there and talk about how he's had the greatest 4 years ever and he's leaving the United States in the best economic situation that they've ever been in. It's like, dude,
gas was kind of cheap this morning.
it's just like, God, what are you like? Why do they? That's elderly abuse. Stop letting him go up there and do that. It's making his family.
And him
Well,
saying,
not that
I'm not
they-
going to
that I
pardon
give a shit
my
about
my
them, but-
son. It's just like, oh, that's going to. I love that we have all these clips. There's like when something happens, be like, yeah, I love, man, thanks to like no agenda. I'm like, man, I love a fucking good super cut that just says,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you? Fuck you, you fucking liar.
Yeah.
Go to the super cut. And there's just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Rapid fire up your
Like
ass.
Liz Cheney, how in the world are we pardoning people before they've been
Right?
convicted? That makes zero.
Like
that's
the
like
Hunter thing makes sense because
that's
it was like, yes.
oligarchy Russian 4000 BX9 that's happening. That we can just sit there and go, you know what, Dustin, I feel like you're going to do something pretty fucking
Like-
stupid pretty soon. So you know what, I'm going
Right?
to go ahead and pardon you for
Pre-crime,
that.
pre-crime,
Pardon,
Yeah.
pre-crime pardon.
Minority Report.
They've been around
happening
part of
right now.
Mario's
Minority
brother.
Report.
Have
Yeah, we got to report these minorities.
today. Did y'all see any of the Senate hearings on this Pete
Hegseth?
Hegseth?
Yeah, I saw a little bit.
Of what?
Did you see the Oklahoma senator?
Yeah, call out all the senators and stuff. He's the one that tried to fight that union guy too,
Dude,
a couple of years ago.
I don't know about this.
I don't give a shit.
He
What,
called them all out. He's like,
what side of the aisle you on? Who
he's
you
like, y'all
with?
been
Who?
drunk in here
Whatever.
before, making decisions,
But
legislative
he's
decisions.
Like, how many of y'all come in here and voted when you've been drunk? And how many of you in here have cheated on your wife? And how many of you like he's just
Yeah.
caught like looking around the room and being like, you know,
That dude tells me he's
Pardon the
probably
guy.
sober and never cheated on his wife and has one of those rare no skeletons.
Well, he's from Oklahoma, so
It
there's
was
0%
so-
He
chance
probably
he's
has no
always-
awesome.
skeletons. He's like, you know what, fuck it. I don't know.
it was so
Just
awesome because
just
it's
assume.
just calling out, like
Yeah.
just being.
He makes a good point.
I know some of you've come in here and voted drunk.
All the
They're going to be like, all right, well, we got a Thomas Massey.
all the hearings for confirmation hearings are just grandstanding. It's all it is. It's
Yeah,
all a
it's-
bunch of grandstanding garbage.
I don't know anything about this dude, this Pete dude. that-
Hegseth?
Yeah, Hegseth. I don't know anything about him, but that
He's
whole
got a Nazi tattoo on his
that
chest.
cut,
Which
and
was,
also-
which was used for Joe or Carter's funeral.
Yeah, it's like,
Like, it
that's-
was
no,
on the
that's
floor
a-
of Carter's funeral.
That's an ancient Christian cross thing.
Right.
Also, with so many lines like that, it's got
I
to be a
thought it-
symbol somewhere. Like, come on, especially
Is
if
it
it's,
like a?
it's like
Wasn't it a crusade cross or something
Yeah.
like
I
that?
think
so.
Yeah.
Something
it's
to
like
do
a
with-
it's a super cross. Heyo.
Yeah.
Ah, boo.
Sunday,
Sunday, Sunday at AT&T Stadium.
And Saturday.
Brian
One could call it a
AMA
Supercross.
And Brian Breckening and comedy stand
Wreck-It.
for
The
the
record.
nation.
All right, I want to blow through a couple things here. Demise of TikTok. You've got the floor. Go.
Yep. So for those of you that haven't been sleeping under a rock, TikTok will be ending, or will be banned on Sunday.
He's prepared this.
Yep.
You have a statement?
And,
You got pizza.
Do you have
like
a
that?
statement to the TikTok friends?
oh well, my my puppet alter ego will be posting a farewell video. But what I think
Is he pretty down?
no, he's not actually, because he's going to be continuing on the other platforms, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. And I actually downloaded. Have you guys heard about Red Note?
Yes, it's the Chinese
Chinese
social media company.
Instagram.
Chinese
yeah.
Blue Sky.
Yeah. What's funny is that millions of people from TikTok are taking up refuge in that app. I actually downloaded it myself, and it's essentially the same, except it's like most of it's in Mandarin traditional Chinese.
Sorry, I meant to be playing some music behind you while you're talking about this.
Like,
Go ahead, keep
doo-doo-doo-doo.
going. No, keep going.
Chinese
Anyway,
military march music.
I just think it's funny as hell, and
got a plan here.
what's funny, even funnier, is that the native users of the Red Note app have been like extremely welcoming. But
Because they see a cash cow coming their
well,
way.
I mean, there's that, and also the fact that the U.S. government was so concerned about banning just this single app that's based in China, saying it.
They also want to ban the drones.
Yeah. Under the guise of their government can access our data. Well, if that's the case, why didn't they just ban Temu, Alibaba, and fucking Wish at the same time?
Temu's Canada.
Temu's Canada. I thought Temu was Chinese. Okay, well, Alibaba and Wish for sure.
And the
then
40 Thieves.
Yeah. Anyway, but
So you think it's going to happen? It's official? It's really going to happen, huh?
Well,
no one's going to sweep in and buy them? No Elon's not going to go ahead and come in?
What about the dogs?
I've heard that Elon.
That's all we want to know.
I have heard that Elon is interested in buying it. I've also heard
I
that one of
know
the guys
who's
from
gonna
Shark
buy 'em.
Tank too. But last I heard, the people from
Jerry.
ByteDance were like steadfast, like we're not selling. Period.
I wouldn't either. It's worth billions.
And on top of that, I think the biggest reason why the government wants to ban it is because it's one social media platform that they can't control the narrative because it's based overseas.
What's next? What are they going to ban? Panda Express?
I hope.
That's
Wait.
an American-based company.
Beijing beef's pretty good. Man.
They have to rename it.
Yeah, but
Can't
anyway,
be Beijing. It's got to be Brownsville beef.
Yeah. It's got to be.
and if it's really
you
going
want
to
some
be
Kerrville beef?
Kerrville beef, what about Wagyu? Wait, that's
Kerrville
Japanese.
beef curtains. I think I've seen that in real
Oh,
life.
man. Anyway, but I mean, I'm not too sad about it, honestly, because I have other platforms I'm going to continue on with Skip and Ship to the Box.
What are
But-
those so we can stay away from them?
I've already told you.
You on Blue Sky yet?
No.
Any other commie websites you're utilizing?
Yeah.
Programs?
Other than Red Note, I just downloaded it. I don't have any
Red
content up
Note.
there.
That sounds a lot like Red
That's the one I
Tube.
just told you
Right.
about that everyone from TikTok's
Can you
going to.
Can you
That's the
filter?
RedTube comment section.
Can you filter
Yeah.
out Mandarin?
If you want to make notations.
No, you can't. In
You
fact,
can't filter out anything. Like I don't want to see none of their Chinese stuff. I don't understand it.
I mean,
I don't understand. your
There's a
Chinese.
setting on there that says local, but that could be like actual Chinese citizens that travel to the U.S. that have gone to like DFW.
So I have a
somewhere in
question.
DFW or
Why don't you
Texas.
just be smart and buy a VPN and TikTok anyway?
Well, because if I do that and change my country to Canada, I'm only going to see my algorithm's only going to be pushed to Canadians.
What's wrong about that?
Hey,
Nothing, eh?
you don't like Letterkenny?
I love Letterkenny. I've watched the whole damn series, even the finale.
But who cares? You'll have Canadian fans. You'll go up there. You'll get maple syrup.
You
You'll
know,
go
I don't want to pay for it though. See, I'm cheap like that.
You don't want to pay for a VPN?
Mm.
It's the best thing in the freaking
You don't have to worry
world.
about shit, man.
And I can give you a cheap one. NordVPN.
Yeah,
They're not a
Nord.
sponsor of the show, but that's what I use.
Well,
They're fucking fantastic.
Nord and Express are the two biggest ones I hear about.
I use Nord. I can see all sorts of shit.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Since
I can see all sorts
stuff
of shit.
you wouldn't
I know there are
believe.
the restrictions on certain content in our state.
And
You
when
don't
I
have to
get
remind
tired
me.
of looking at your mom nude, I'll go to the UAE where it's banned.
You know, people pay to be shit on in the UAE. Like it's a fetish
There's
over there.
people here that
You
do
can
that.
do that anywhere.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah,
No,
you can
it's
do
like
that.
huge over there from what
How
I
much
hear.
cash you got on you? I'll
do
put
that
money
at
right now.
You do that at the Peppermill Lounge.
That place is closed, and I'll tell
That's
you.
It's
why.
been closed for a long time.
That's
I-
why.
I'll tell you something
Too
about
many people
off
shitting on
mic
each other
about
there.
somebody that I knew that used to organize stuff there.
You want me to go to Armenia? I will.
Shit.
The Armenian
Does it-
hat snake.
does it
I'm
still
logged in.
exist?
Look, my computer thinks it's in Armenia right now. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool.
Is the
And you know
System
what?
of a Down?
It's
I
getting
can
set
still
on fire
Kardashians.
by Azerbaijan.
I can
Wake
still
up.
use TikTok.
Grab your brush up and a little makeup.
Look, I'm using TikTok right now.
Yeah,
I just
isn't that
don't
what
see what the
everybody's
big
going to
deal
do?
is.
Everybody's going to just use a VPN and use their
Everybody
TikTok
should be
anyway.
using a VPN anyway. Screw over our government.
Not related. Ranger games are going to be on Victory Plus. No.
Is that the same thing the
Yeah.
Stars are using right now?
Yep. Saw
Yeah.
Evan Grant post that.
Sweet.
Great.
That's good news.
That is good.
Guys are good.
I think it's your
That's
ice
the
maker.
Ice maker. All right. Next thing, real quick. Let's fly through this. Tommy Lee. Fuck him.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones or Tommy Drummer?
No.
Drummer.
No.
Molly
The drummer, Tommy Lee, came out today and said, you know, fuck all these asshole bands that are trying to promote themselves or their tours or
Huh?
their albums while these LA fires are raging.
What?
And so then a whole bunch of people attacked him and
So
said,
a band on a 3-date tour in Georgia can just fuck off right now?
and that's what he just, like, everybody just ripped him to shreds. Like, wasn't your fucking band on tour when the hurricane hit North Carolina?
Or so many natural disasters over
Yeah.
the... Jesus Christ.
And just ripped him to shreds. Like, he's just looks like a dumb ass fuck right
What?
now.
Just...
What an idiot. Just shut up and go play with your big dick.
Yeah, right?
I think it's just because his ex is in the media right now, and he's trying to take the spotlight off
Who?
her. Pamela Anderson.
What's up with her? Why is she
She
in
did a
the media?
movie, right?
Yeah.
She's been running around with no makeup on.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I've
Yeah.
seen her movie.
Skeletor?
Barbed wire.
It's not Skeletor, but it's just weird.
Porno.
You're used to her being all made up, and when you see her, you're like, it's
She
not
still looks
bad.
good.
She still looks good. It's not like shocking or anything. You're just like, this isn't. I'm
She's
not
older
used to
and
this.
probably not wearing all the makeup. And
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going no makeup.
keeps it in
none.
real.
Yeah,
She's
Well,
like, I was
she's,
like-
keeping it real.
she's big into the animal rights and stuff, and so
Remember she was
I
hanging
can
out
see
with
how that-
Assange? Like, that was nuts. Like, oh,
Who?
shit. She was going and talking to Julian Assange.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
really?
paid
Right,
him
yeah.
visits and dropping stuff off.
I
for him and
forgot
stuff.
about that till like I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they
Trump
were good
wants a
friends
part
and
of him
stuff.
too.
Well, should. What did he do wrong?
Oh, you,
He just ran a website. It wasn't him releasing the
Hope he frees
information.
Ross.
Well, actually, no. Wait, isn't he in an international criminal court, not U.S.? I can't remember. Shit. Whatever.
Well,
It
he's
didn't
not-
make any sense because the U.S. wanted him because he was.
He's in
Yeah.
Russia now, isn't he?
No, he's.
think
I thought
probably
I thought he's
probably
staying
in
in Russia.
Australia. I think.
Yeah, he's made it back to Australia. They let him go.
Oh, I thought he went and
That's when
decided
we were
to
in New
kick
York.
up and anchor down in Russia.
No, that was
No,
the other
that's
dude.
Snowden.
Edward Snowden.
Snowden?
Snowden's still in Russia.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Supposedly. Who
Man,
knows? I don't give
if
a
you're
shit.
bros with Snowden or Assange, and
I
they
think
just
we're
want to
Eskimo
go. They
brothers.
just want to go get. They just want to go get some beers, or you
Pam
like
Anderson.
always have something going on. You're like, ah, man, I just booked. Man, you're not gonna believe this. My car won't start tonight. I'm not gonna be able to make it.
I can't make it to Russia and hang out with you at the
No,
airport.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole time
Snowden's
you'd be
been in
thinking,
an airport the whole time, right?
Who?
Hasn't Snowden been in an airport
don't know,
or something like
fucking
that the whole time?
I thought he actually.
you
Yeah,
have
get
no
him home
friends,
or
right? Because
apartment
no
or
one wants to
something.
hang out
I don't
with
know.
Or
you.
maybe he does have an apartment.
Did they do that in Catch Me If You Can? I don't know.
Yeah, we got to watch Catch Me If You
Ah,
Can.
we got to go back to the source.
Fuck.
It all goes back to Catch Me.
Now, he's saying all this, and then earlier yesterday, it was leaked that Nine Inch Nails is going on tour and going to
Yeah,
release
yep.
an album.
Cool.
Do you think he
but-
pulled it back because
but
of what
it-
he saw Tommy Lee saying?
Wait,
No,
I
no,
saw
no.
the post.
So there
yeah.
was a post this morning that pulled everything back and was like, there
'Cause
was
of
a
Tommy?
leak of information, but we're sitting back. Well, tickets, I think there were two things that caused him to pull us back. Of course, the fires, because that was what was in the release. The fires, and there was a whole page of where you could send donations or send stuff to help those that are the victims of the fire. The other reason was the tickets were supposed to go on sale on Friday, and Trent knew that it was my birthday and didn't want to interfere with any of the celebrations or
That's the
anything.
real reason.
What a guy.
Or cause any issues.
What
so
a
he
guy.
decided to delay it so that way he's like, "Fuck, I forgot that's Dustin's birthday. God damn it."
Okay.
Super fan.
We're gonna be cool, and we're just gonna. We don't want to interfere
Yeah.
and
I'm gonna
stress
go on
him
the
out
podcast
on his
while I'm in
birthday.
town.
So we're gonna wait, and we're gonna do the tickets and the announcement later.
Did you approve it? Did you say I approve?
I said that's okay. I said I
get it,
Thank
man.
you very much. I appreciate you thinking about me in this time of need, and go back to worrying about the fire. Don't worry about me anymore. Just take care of yourself and the family.
Nice.
And so it's all good.
What a happy, upbeat guy.
Yep.
And then
The
Putting
upward
out-
spiral.
He's been putting out ska for like almost 40 years now.
Yep.
And, that's what I
crazy
call it.
ska.
His
Our
music.
friend Chris Parker put out a crazy ass record. Have you heard it yet?
No relation to Maddie.
Is it all freaking?
It's called Neuro Glitch. I wasn't ready for it when I put it on.
Neuro glitch?
And here, I'll just play a little track from it. It goes like this.
Yeah, Snowden's still in Russia.
No, that's not it.
He got soft
He
on us.
about to get sued.
Cool bass riff.
You have no idea what is real.
This record is rad.
This isn't they. They them.
No,
Something
it's not
different?
they. It's called. The record's called "Convinced to Obey," and the band is Neuro Glitch. And it's pretty fucking awesome. Listen
Sounds
to
really
it.
good.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic, cranked up. It'll sound better off this podcast. Go get it. Go listen to it in your own headphones and just jam out because it sounds like production's on it's fantastic. I wasn't ready, and I even posted on the link he shared on Facebook. I was like, I didn't even have my seatbelt on properly, and it launched me out of my car. I was like, fuck, I was not ready for that. Blew my AirPods off my head.
You know what sucks is the second that the LA fires started and like the news, you know what song immediately popped in my head?
Cold Chamber.
No, a song that
Is
is
it the roof?
too specifically.
The roof
No,
is on
no,
fire.
In the fire.
No, it's a song
roof-
that is specifically
The roof is on fire.
about this.
We
About
don't need no
what is
water,
happening in LA right now.
no
I'm not sure if any of y'all are.
California, over all
No,
us.
no, it's
California,
more.
over
It's
all-
very specifically what is happening.
Devil Driver.
No, one of the best punk bands of all time, the most prolific probably punk band of all time, has
Green
a
Day.
song about exactly what is happening.
Welcome to paradise.
No, and they're barely a punk. No, a real punk band.
Hold on. I might have it right here.
I
Hold on, let me
went
see.
to
It'd be a great one to like, go out on. Do you know what I'm? Yeah, like
said
and I
my
could not. I'm
life's a
like, damn
dream.
it. That's all I want to listen to now.
Ruby,
So
Ruby, Soho.
no, it's literally about. The title of the song is what's happening in LA right now.
Rancid did also have a song called Burn.
Huh?
Off of Let's Go. We don't need a water, let the motherfucker.
That's what I
No.
just did.
Yeah, I know.
And I
but-
just said it was a punk band.
Yeah, Rancid is a punk band.
Oh no. And
Bad
Ruby
Religion.
Soho is not about
Bad
Los Angeles
Religion.
being on fire.
I didn't say
Yes.
Ruby Soho.
Yes,
Los
and this-
Angeles is burning.
and that's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, God damn it!
Oh, it
And
wasn't this?
No, it's the song "Los Angeles is Burning."
I knew you were gonna find that, dude.
Cal,
It took more. it
I
took me
knew
a
that. I knew
while.
somewhere that would come in.
But
to
imagine
play.
having, like-
we would not get out of these wildfires without.
Imagine
that being
having a
played at some
song
point.
that has a city and the natural disaster happening. It's just like,
Yeah,
like how do you like Blizzard and
this isn't
Boise
their
or
first one
something?
though. Like they had a really bad
No,
one
that
in the
that
60s
song
too,
that
didn't
song's
they?
17 years old.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pissed off
true.
about right
I
now
looked it up.
What's that?
is
Evan
that
Music.
I haven't seen anything from the Chili Peppers, and
Oh,
they're
they'll-
usually
you
the
know they
first ones.
are.
to
That's
show
the
up
California band.
Yeah. Everything's about California.
Did you look up their social
No.
media? They may have made a post about it. Like I
Like,
hate when people
I'm
say
really
I haven't heard
upset.
anything. I'm just like, did you look to see if they said anything? I hate when some people
Let's
or
see here.
the whole how come nobody's talking about? I'm just like,
I think they're all
Did
freaking
you
out
look
trying to
up on
figure out
Twitter?
what the fuck's going on with their
Like-
lives right now.
Yeah.
no, I just
or
hate when
they may
people-
think this is relapse from Woodstock '99.
Fred Durst is
Were they
at
at
the bottom
Woodstock
of all
in
this.
99? I know they were in 94.
Anthony Kiedis is making sure his girlfriend's high school is still there.
On March 7th, 2009, that's the
Junior.
last time they posted on their X account.
More like Leo did.
Their Twitter account. March 7th, 2009.
Oh, you got to look Instagram. That's more of a, if you got a brand,
Anthony's
band,
back from
whatever.
the hospital, nearly had a kidney failure.
Yeah.
No, you got to look Instagram if you want up-to-date band shit.
They're all in their 60s now. Except John Frusciante.
California.
Their label has a PR person. Like, hey, guys, you're kind of known to be about the Cali band, you know.
Well, guys, this has been fun. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I know you got an early flight.
I had another thing I wanted to do, but fuck it. We'll do it real fast.
Fuck it. We'll do it fast.
We'll do it super fast.
We'll do it live and fast.
Super fast.
And let me see, because this Reddit made me laugh so hard because I knew you were coming in and it would apply.
Oh, thank you.
It said, what has been the biggest middle finger to fans in the history of TV shows?
TV shows. Oh, shit. Man, I wish you had told me ahead of time. Fuck, we could do another 30 minutes on this.
No, we're not doing 30 minutes.
I know.
It's got to be fast.
Middle
the end
finger.
of Lost. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a lot of endings you could say that season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones.
So the number one on here.
That's probably
the last episode of Yellowstone.
Number one on here was Adult Swim canceled Metalocalypse.
Yes.
And when fans launched a letter writing campaign to bring it back, they aired a segment where they were feeding all the fan letters into a paper shredder.
Yeah.
That's pretty metal. But that's pretty fuck you. But also pretty fucking metal. I'd say actually it's pretty hardcore.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
That was the best. I mean, that was.
Okay, so I've watched like kind of most of Metalocalypse, but it was on HBO, and I'm like, that's my favorite streaming app, and I was like, oh fuck, I haven't done a rewatch of Metalocalypse, and I got like 6 episodes into it, pretty quick, and then the next day, this is literally like 2 days, I'm like watching some episodes. The next day I go in there, I'm like,
it's gone,
and all the other Adult Swim shows are on there.
Yeah,
and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I just started watching this, and
they got into another argument.
I think it was.
a lot of the
Wasn't it
Cartoon
with
Network
Brendan
stuff too.
Schmalz?
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. Didn't
Plenty
they
of that
get?
shit? Yeah.
They
Brendan
got in a fight.
Pissed.
Infinity Train.
Home Movies is still on there if you really want to fuck with Brendan Small. Sarah put that on the other day. It got so good.
Frisky Dingo's still on there.
Never watched that one.
Frisky Dingo's pretty great. Frisky Dingo's. Number 2 was Little House on the Prairie when they blew up the entire town with dynamite at the end of the last episode.
They fucking. I was trying to think of the
That's the
town
best
from Blazing
episode.
Saddles.
Yeah.
Talk about a show that reminds
Rock
me of being
Ridge.
sick.
They Rock Ridged it.
As you're going through here
That's
reading
nuts.
this Reddit, someone put in the how My Name is Earl ended.
What? Oh yeah.
And it just ended in the air. And
Yeah.
because
that was such the list got to be completed. Now
Yeah.
Ethan, whatever his name, he was on a podcast. He said it was, how he said it was going to probably end.
And that's probably what
Ethan
was written in
Suplee?
here. Yeah.
Yeah, super. Yeah, he was like, they're gonna find other people that started creating their own lists, and it was just,
And that was it.
Yeah, pay it forward. I was like, oh
Is
man, that would
it-
have been great. Give
yeah.
them like 2 episodes just to do that.
Greg
one-
Garcia's other show, Raising Hope, they actually had an episode where they toured one of the studios, the dad from the show, and he kicked the president in the nuts. He said,
Yeah.
"That's what you fucking get for canceling My Name is Earl." He's like, "That was a previous president. I love My Name is Earl."
Oh, that show was great.
Yeah.
The grandma was on there. Oh man,
Cloris Leachman, yeah.
legend. Her, Lane Stritch on 30 Rock.
All right,
and,
what's next?
Anyways, yeah.
That's it. We're out. I'm
All
done.
right.
That's it. I got to go catch an airplane.
All right, red pads.
It's been fun, guys. Hope to see
Yes.
you on the other side. Hope to make it back from this.
California.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
There's some retardant.
I'm gonna spray my retardant down
Please
all
do.
over me, and then just sit on the plane, and they'll be like, "What's this stuff gooping off you?" It's in
Yeah.
case of fire. It's in case of fire. All right, we're out of here. Good night. Bye.